Good evening, travelers. It is Sunday, and that means you are watching your friends at Castle Mac. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a bit of an abrupt finale for Princes of the Apocalypse. Just letting you in my headspace here. We're going to wrap it up so that we can be ready to hit the ground running with Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which we're like really excited about. But the characters are level 17, so I think they can throw they can handle what I throw at them. It's going to be wild.
We can smell what the rocket's cooking.
You can smell what the rocket's cooking, absolutely. So, quick summarization of what is going on right now, and we'll keep it very brief. The characters have entered the Fane of the Eye, pursuing the cult, after the previous agents working for the witch Nithbis were sadly defeated. So they have tracked down the remaining prophets of the apocalypse who are looking to bring about some of the elder elementals. What are they called? Over elementals or arc elementals or something like that. Basically, the actual princes of the apocalypse, which are seeking to turn Toril, the material plane, into their chosen plane of existence. They're basically trying to bring about the end of life as we know it.
Prince's Playground.
Prince's Playground. That's a good way to say it. So, everybody, we ready? Dropping dice already?
Do we have a new little
Just a
window?
griffin.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Oh!
So, question real quick.
Yeah,
this
hit
is how I search for that.
Yes.
I can go that max.
Yes, and I would prefer if I have a model for it,
Okay, well, I'll
or
find
something
a thing.
similar. Something similar at the least. Okay.
I'm thinking.
I have so many high level spells I want to cast right now.
I
I'm
know,
just
right?
like, which one?
Got something close at least. Awesome.
I just have this rage inside of me.
Got this killer up inside me. So, we basically spent the time up until the singing 90s song, so that's probably going to happen later.
Singing 90 songs about our
About
characters.
D&D, yeah. That's pretty
Don't
good.
ruin it.
All right,
Now
so-
that's what I call Castle Map.
Yes. For 2 easy payments in $19.99, coming soon. All right, so, and to summarize exactly where we left off in the last session, you guys fought an Elder Oblex or two, and it was kind of crazy. You guys had some memories eaten. Kind of sucked.
Didn't like it at all.
I didn't have any memories eaten.
No. Yeah, I guess you.
I had one.
You made it out all right.
Kotha had one. He was
Wait,
not
had
pleased
one.
about it.
All right, everybody. Are we ready to begin? Any questions or thoughts from the players before we get rocking and rolling?
Yeah, I mean, is this going to be a stand-up fight or another bug?
Hear that shit, Hudson? Okay. Without further ado, then. You all rest and recuperate in the room with the Elder Oblexes. The skulls from within the jelly kind of collapse to the ground. You look at them, Fran, they've clearly been completely picked clean of all flesh. It's like it's just absorbed, like they've been dipped in an acid bath. But they're all different races. They're elves and dwarves. It'd be impossible to tell how old they are, given that all of them were very well preserved. They were just completely cleansed. But you were in that room, if you recall, where there is a hole in the ground, which was now a dried, caked mud pit. And you all kind of catch your breath there, take a short rest, and prepare to continue on. There is one exit heading north. And as you all are resting, you feel the ground rumble a couple of times. It's kind of faint, but it's a definite like some pebbles and rocks kind of fall from the ceiling and kind of clatter to the ground. What would you all like to do or discuss amongst yourselves? Sorry, Sean, I cut you off.
I think our time is short. They are bringing something forth.
I do suppose it is now or never.
What do you think, Andla and Spekia? Can we stop the ritual like we did last time?
We have stopped many rituals now.
Yes,
I think this one should be no different.
that's true. I don't think it will be.
I mean, if we cannot, then who will?
The abilities between us have grown together. From nothing into this. There is no apocalypse we cannot stop.
That's interesting. I feel stronger. I'm definitely stronger than I was.
You've gone through hell.
Really?
We did.
From what I understand, you've gone through your own type of hell.
Well, you all stopped a dragon apocalypse, so to say. I apparently stopped a vampiric apocalypse, and, well, here we are, and now we have an elemental apocalypse to deal with.
I wonder how many apocalypses there are. Do you ever think about that?
How many can you see in a lifetime?
Kothai, there are an infinite number of possible apocalypses, just as there is an infinite number of stars and an infinite number of possibilities of every possible thing that can happen. The minute you step on that rock over there, a speck of dust could fly up and it could offset an apocalypse. I think our time would best be spent moving forward, sweet friend.
A piece of dust could cause the apocalypse. Anyway, I don't understand all the things that Spekia talks about, but that's why I'm glad that she is here, because she can think about those things that I cannot hope to comprehend.
What do you think we face ahead?
Evil, things that must be stopped, selfishness, desire, the dark things that lie inside people.
There are many lives to be saved.
All of them.
I'm going to take a quick opportunity here to give you all your player inspirations. Hopefully those of you watching by now know that these are for the players to give to each other for good role-playing or when they're on the ropes. With that, you all steel yourselves. You continue moving toward where you think the central area is, heading north, if you recall the map from previously. You pass into a room where there are bodies strewn all over the place, and you hear a faint sing-song, and at first it's slightly entrancing, and you guys look up and you can see these humanoid female faces looking down at you from what looks like a nest. It's not hard for you all to recognize that they are harpies, and in fact, you all sort of glare back at them, mostly unaffected by their song, and they just sort of stop and recede and disappear from sight.
I mean, we all know what harpies are.
Yeah.
What do
We know it.
What do you remember about her?
So harpies essentially are
charm you.
they're the creatures that look like human females. They sing an entrancing song to try to lure
Didn't we
people.
face them at one point when we were on a ship?
We did.
We definitely did. I don't remember if you did or not, but maybe. You would certainly know about them. I mean, you all are powerful enough. You'd be like, oh yeah, harpies standard. And yeah, they are kind of the sailors have to watch out. They'll lash men to the deck if they can hear their singing.
They're like bitchy mermaids.
They're basically
They're sirens.
flying instead of swimming, but yeah, they're basically land
sirens.
mermaids. They're land sirens.
The ladies of Thessaly.
That's right. Oh man. So you guys see them? They're singing, and they kind of look at you and are like, nope, no thanks. Yeah, they seem like they're survivors and see the four of you and quickly recede. You all continue forward some more, traveling through these tunnels, and as you do, you can sort of smell almost like the ocean, and then occasionally you'll catch a whiff of flame, like an open fire, or the dampness of rock and wet stone, like limestone that's been aging for millennia. You enter another chamber and you see dead cultists all over the place, maybe 30 total, and they're all dressed in either the earth cult regalia, the water cult regalia, and the fire cult regalia, and they look like they were standing together. The way they're all dead looks like they weren't facing each other. In fact, kind of with your survival checks and, as you all sort of investigate a little bit, it looks like this was a last stand, that the three groups were performing together.
Well, when you say last stand, that they're all facing the same way,
That's right.
Do they have weapons in hand?
Oh, they absolutely do. They're all clearly dead from various weapons. They all have their weapons drawn. One of them even looks like it fell defending another from a different cult. It looks like they were operating as a team and lost this fight.
Does it look like some sort of element was in charge? Like, do some of them look burned, or...
Good question. You do see some evidence of it, but not a lot. Not as much as you would expect. And again, it even looks like some of the fire cultists maybe took fire damage. You do see some of their clothing is, like, soaked from what was obviously water. But for the most part, they're conventional wounds.
No air?
No air. And you all would know that the prophet of the air cult was dealt with, and at the very least, they have been absorbed by the other cults, if not completely disappeared. And as you all are investigating, you hear a cough from the pile of bodies.
The pile of cultists?
Pile of cultists.
How large is the opening that we're like traveling through right now?
Oh, it varies. You're going through chambers and tunnels and things like that, but it never gets tiny. It's pretty well carved out.
They're all, every space we've traveled through is big enough to house a large-sized creature?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Everything's at least like 15 feet, floor to ceiling, 15 feet wide. These were well-used areas, at least.
Not being too afraid, I would pull some bodies over and look at who it was, somewhat defensively.
All right. You see a cultist there, young man, maybe 19, could be 20 at the oldest. He's got a horrible stab wound, blood kind of running from his nose and from his mouth, and he kind of looks up at you and he says, "Oh, who are you?"
I am Kothai, also known as Brimskir. We beat Tiamat. Maybe you've heard of us.
He kind of, "Oh, I know who you are. I know who you are." And he kind of bares his teeth, and you can see blood has filled the gaps between all of his teeth and his gums. And he says, "You're the reason I'm laying here now. Vanifer." And you look, and he's in the water cult garb. He's got, like, his carapace looks like it's made of horseshoe crabs. Like, 2 horseshoe crabs form the top of the breastplate, and smaller, like, nautical shells kind of form the lower part of the armor.
Okay.
And he says, "She's duped them all. She's led them to believe that the elements can exist in this plane as one. She's clouded the vision." And he kind of grabs a hand, like tries to squeeze it, but pretty weakly. "I should have lived to see old Hydra wash over this wretched place. It's what we all deserved. It's what Deliano deserved, for love unrequited. It's what my parents deserved, for not providing. Who's to say I couldn't have been king?" And he says that to you as blood is just pouring down his mouth. "I know who you are, and I would have died to see you drown in the waves. Now what? Vanifer tricked Garsha to kill, and I was the only one willing to speak up, along with these who gave their lives. Death to all! Death to everything! May this world be the doom it deserves." And he spits a bloody wad mess in your face.
Kothai will put his face. I almost scrutinize him very close. You have lived a sad life, and you have deluded yourself in thinking that evil could come over and wash away for the actions you did not take. But if your god was the sea, you should know that my name means the rock upon which the wave breaks. It would never have come to pass.
Hell yeah, well deserved.
And at this point, I only pity you for dying for something so foolish in a cave.
He kind of looks at you just, "I don't want your pity. This world is doomed. It's doomed. All of you will be washed away or burned away." God found the body. He found the body of the Avatar. Tempest thought he could stand against us once more. But no. And your being here has united everyone. In a way, you're sealing your own death. coughs up a big chunk of blood.
I'll pat his head and then stand up. Do you think that he means the one Henrik? He's the only one from Tempest who was here.
He said, I don't know, Kothai. I don't know.
I don't understand about avatars. I don't even know what it means. But temples, I know.
If they found the body of the Avatar, that means they can probably resurrect it, yes?
Yes. If the soul is willing.
But he was a good person who fought against them. I do not think that he could come back evil.
Death can change minds, my friend.
Crazy.
I don't know, I was dead. It didn't change my mind.
As you look down, you can see that he's expired. As you all were having a conversation, he's clearly just dead, his body limp.
I don't think we'll get any more information out of him. We might be best just to move along.
Still, all of them are together now because of the Fire Lady.
Sounds like the cults are now working together to bring back what they think is the Prince of the Apocalypse. Is that right?
I thought they would just bring one, but now that's what Spekia said, but now all three will come. I am confused.
Sounds like they only found one body, so if they only found one body, only one can come back. But they all want at least one to come back, right?
I think it might be separate, I don't know though. He sounded surprised at that.
It sounds like regardless of how many they're bringing back, we've accelerated their plans, at the very least.
That's because they are afraid of us. And they should be.
They should.
Let's leave these bodies here and keep going.
Still, there might be 3 big princes, or I don't know what, instead of 1, which I thought.
One for each of us.
I don't think knowing is going to prepare us any better. We'll have to face what we face. There could be 3, it could be 1, it could be 100.
I could beat 100.
I know.
So
And that could keep you alive.
Good. And I will keep you safe.
Okay, I'm IRL confused as hell.
So they were all vying for the top spot. Each one's like, yo, my god, my prince is the best, my apocalypse is gonna happen. They're like a couple mean girls. But instead of fighting each other, hearing about us, it sounds like they all joined together.
Who's Fire Lady?
Vanifer, she's a tiefling.
Okay.
Regina George.
So she's kind of leading them and saying.
So
let's
each
all
cult
get
has a
together.
prophet.
Yeah.
The fire prophet is Vanifer. The earth prophet is Marlos Ernrail. And the water prophet is Gar Shatterkeel. And each of those are sort of leading their cult to try to bring about their own apocalypse here.
When he said that they found an avatar, could I deduce what he meant by that?
You might be able to. I think you all are on the right track.
Okay.
He did say Avatar and Tempest, so
Yeah.
it's pretty straightforward to figure out there.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump to conclusions.
Well, I guess we move forward as a party.
Do we want to do this?
What else would we do?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I did not get the joke.
We're the only ones that can do this, Kothai.
Maybe for now, because we are the ones who are here, but I think even if we were gone, maybe somebody else would come around and do it.
Hopefully.
I'm not saying that I want that to be. I would rather be the one to do it. I don't think we're the only ones here trying to do good. You have a whole place in your town where people are trying to do good. All over.
Yes, and I assume that they would be able to complete this task. And now we are here completing it for them.
I'd hate to leave this to Esme to finish up. not be fair to her.
Oh, yes, I'm not trying to confuse anybody. I'm not suggesting anybody does. I'm just saying that I don't think we're the only light in the darkness.
I think a lot of people want to do good, and I think that they are trying to do good. The problem is I don't think anyone has risen to the same powers as us. We've been to hell, we have fought Tiamat, we have refined our powers.
Not only that, we know each other's strengths and powers and abilities, and we're able to work off of that.
Yes, that is true.
I would agree.
Able to put aside arrogance and uncertainty, and I want to say almost humanness, but seeing as we're not all human, but you know what I mean.
One last fight then.
One more fight then.
Until the next one after that.
There's always going to be another one after that.
Unless you don't make it, Wayland.
I think Wayland will make
It
it.
will surprise you, Driessa.
Driessa.
This. I'm sorry.
I think that's in character. He's like Driessa.
Oh, my heart!
I think also his Osprey slip-ups.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Young Wayland's eyes cast to the ground for a moment.
I'd probably like shoot him a quick look and just like stare at him for a while as I continue to feel the guilt of like their deaths.
I love it. It's weighing heavy on you.
Anyways, enough about that. Onward. We press on.
And onward you proceed. The ground shakes a few more times. The third time it shakes, it's quite unsettling. In fact, you have to brace yourselves against some of the rock, and even as you do, the rock almost feels organic. Feels like it's living in some strange way, almost like it has an electricity to it. The ground just, Star Trek style, you guys are all like shaking around, the camera's shaking.
How long has it been since we encountered those?
The Oblexes?
Yeah.
You guys took a short rest, so I'm saying probably about a half hour.
Okay.
Cool?
So we might still have a half hour of being able to walk on water.
I think that's reasonable, yeah, because it's not a...
It was like an hour.
yeah, it's not concentration. Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
been a half hour, because we do short rests is like just a couple of minutes. So, yeah, you're good to go.
Oh my god.
All right,
Snake. It's an Oblex.
it's a snake.
Danger noodle.
You all proceed forward, and you start to see this orange glow that also has the sort of rippling effect of light reflecting off water in this tunnel ahead. And you can hear voices now, and you can hear electricity. It's like a...
Are they speaking in common?
No, they are shouting some sort of incantation, and you all come in. Tell me when, just nod at me
Soon.
if you want it to happen. All right, but I do have a thing. So you guys enter into this massive chamber, and as you come in fact, it's so bright in here because there's these sweeping, boiling lava flows, and the lava flows are hitting water, and where they meet, there's obsidian and steam, and so the room has this hazy quality. And you all see this room before you as you come out. This is all stone.
Where did it come from?
And you can see this raised altar, this dais, and you can see what you know as Henrik's body. He's in a white gown, and there's a dagger firmly planted in his belly, and from that dagger, cinders are rising up, and the cinders are getting swirling, caught in these maelstroms as there are 3 huge orbs floating. They're probably 20 feet by 20 feet, about here, directly over him, and then one over there. And within each of those orbs are these swirling energies. They're different colors. One is sort of a gray-brown, one is reds and orange, and the other one is blue and white. And as you look, it's almost like occasionally they become clear and you can see into another plane. You can clearly see into an elemental plane. And as you glance into the fire plane, you can see a tall pillar of flame that almost seems to be living, and it almost seems like it's peering towards it. Below each of those, you can see a tiefling. She's red. She's got horns back. She is standing directly behind Henrik's body, and he's just kind of standing there looking out at you. Underneath the white one, you can see who you assume to be Gar Shatterkeel, who is holding up a trident, and you can see an arc of electricity leading up into the water. And next to the other one, you see a Medusa. A male Medusa, you just see snakes writhing around his hair, and he's holding this pick, and he's holding it in the air. That must, of course, be Iron Fang, and it is feeding into the electricity of his orb. And as you all stand there, just take that all in for a second, Vanifer, the tiefling, touches a finger to the dagger in Henrik's chest, and as she does, it twists. And you can see blood come out of the wound and sort of spiral up and get sucked into the portal. And she takes a few steps forward, and she looks at you, and she says, Nithbis, cousin, I should thank you for sending this body to me. Pathetic. Tempest thought he could reach beyond his exile and interfere? No. That piece has fallen, and she makes a motion like she's knocking over a pawn on a chessboard. The pawns have all been toppled, and here we are. A rook, a knight, a bishop, and a queen. Ha! So begins our Armageddon game. When we caught wind of your approach, we knew what you'd do. We knew your tactics, divide and conquer. And as distasteful as some of us have found it, we knew the optimal play here. Together we cannot fail. Together, the primordial elements will wash over this land, and the face of Toril will be changed forever. And her tail starts swishing behind her. Bear witness to a new age. And behind her, these portals start to sort of coalesce, and you can see these figures, sort of like, almost like in the rock portal. You see this massive stony face with these glowing emerald eyes, sort of looking at it, and like putting a hand against it. And it doesn't quite come out. It's almost like there's a membrane holding it back. Similarly, on the water one, you just see this massive, what seems to be a sentient wave, and it buckles against the inside of the portal. And again, it's sort of like a membrane sort of stretches like it's about to burst, but it doesn't. And she sort of stands there, looks back at everyone and says, now is our time for triumph! Now is our time to stand against the heroes of the Sword Coast. And she claps her hands, and as she does, she kind of glances behind her, and you see a cultist step forward. And she looks at him, she's like, what are you doing, swine? And he steps forward and says, Mom, if I may for a moment. She's like, what? And her tail is swishing, irritated. He says, you betrayed us all! And he pulls the dagger out of his hand, raises up a hand, and stabs his belly. And she's like, what is he doing? And he stands there and he goes, ah! And he steps forward and pushes past them and falls on the altar next to Henrik's body. And she's just like, get him out of here! And as he does, the blood pulls out of his wound. And it gets intertwined with Henrik's blood, and it pulls into one of the portals, and you see it like unstabilize. It was the fire portal that now changes color, and it's sort of like it was a sphere. It now sort of goes oblong a couple of times, and in fact you see it sort of steer off course, and it bangs into the other one, and almost like two bubbles or two cells meeting, it absorbs it, and the large portal gets bigger. Whew, I catch my breath. There's now this huge portal writhing, and you can see these colors just swirling around. And she's like, what is happening? What is going on? And the cultists all kind of come forward with their weapons. It swirls around, runs into the other one, and there's just this massive portal now as you all stand there watching. You want a quick reaction here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I have one?
Yeah, what you got?
Seeing that, I would... I enjoyed your chess analogy. However, feels so manufactured chess, doesn't it? I enjoy a much more ancient game, that of predator and prey.
Oh, yes. Alright, 1 second. Let me get the new face of Nithbis.
Oh, wow, thanks.
And right before you all, Nithbis takes a step forward. You see her back just as these wings sprout from it. Her neck elongates, and quickly she turns into a massive blue dragon.
What the fuck? Go ahead and say
Level 9 spells, y'all.
Got that, girl. We'll take back seat with my.
Oh, thank you, Stump. So we have 2 divine inspiration rerolls. They're gonna need.
We have
these.
3 because we had 1 from last time.
Oh well, I was including that one.
Oh,
we have
okay,
2.
good.
Stump just hooked us up with an
thank you, Stump.
Thanks,
I
Stump.
don't know what's happening, but
Nithbus.
Yeah.
As you transform into the blue dragon, Vanifer doesn't look too scared at that. Like, she kind of looks at you, she's like, I know your tricks. And she looks up at the portal and kind of glances at Gar Shatterkeel, who's sort of also looking at her. And from within the portal, you hear, and you see this sort of like pushing against the portal again. And she looks up at it and she's like, what is happening? What is happening? And suddenly the portal bursts like a membrane and a red dragon head comes through and chomps her, pulls her up and swallows it whole. And then a black dragon head pushes through the and you just see it and acid sprays all over the cultists. And a blue dragon head emerges and a wing and you hear 5 roaring voices. Can you remove all of those models, please?
What was the point of setting it up?
should we keep the stone or does it not matter?
The stone gets absolutely smushed behind the weight of an avatar.
Oh, I'm gonna do a thing, but whatever. Oh my god! I need you to adjust that battle can.
Yeah, my dude.
I'll fix it.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
She here.
She hungry.
She hungry.
This is us, y'all. That's a dragon. That's
That's a
Tiamat.
bigger dragon.
That's a Tiamat.
And around her, the membrane of the portal sloughs to the ground and just sort of kind of hits the ground, sizzling. Behind her, the cultists who survived are just writhing in agony from the acid or the lightning or the fire that she breathed on them. And at once, her 5 heads come down and look at you, and they speak in unison. Who is prey? Let's roll initiative, everybody!
Oh my god! My life. Tight, as usual.
Well, y'all, I decided that Princess of the Apocalypse wasn't really your fight. And I was reinforced when y'all were like, wait, who's the bad guys again? It's Tiamat. That's your enemy. Oh, thank you. I do not have a
Oh my god, I gotta shake it off for a second.
Yeah, I got I'm shaking. I'm shook.
I'm shook to my core. I'm
Shook
all
me to
shook
the
up.
core.
I'm all shook up.
Okay, can I?
No.
No.
Heads like crystal. Hey.
I am ready.
Nithbus.
Why do I even bother?
Okay.
4.
Standard. We're back to our old ways here. Innes.
13.
Okay. Kothai.
15.
Wayland.
12.
Fucking Tiamat.
Oh my god, did you still have the Tiamat?
No,
You had to
I
make
had
a
to
new
make a
one.
new one. And you all are standing there somewhat like, oh my god. And I mean, her wings stretch out, just almost, casting the entire room in shadow. She takes one step, the ground that you're standing on sort of reverberates throughout the hall. Question, would you guys like to take the break now so we can come right
Yes.
back?
Yes.
to the
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Y'all
You
tell
don't-
your
oh
friends
my
that Tiamat is on TV.
She's here.
Wait, did you expect that at all?
No!
I was prepping and I was like, man, they don't care about the Princess of the Apocalypse. Like, we're just gonna wrap this up that in a way that matters. And I think it kind of makes sense. Remember, that's how the cultist opened the other portal, by like stabbing himself. Remember?
We've dropped hints through a bunch of games that it wasn't the last time.
Yep.
When you said Avatar, I was thinking, oh, like Tiamat's Avatar.
Yeah, I almost said that too. Like, oh.
I almost said that too.
I know, that's why I included that. I was like, I gotta mention Avatar, so there's verisimilitude here. Alright, everybody, we're gonna be right back after this break. We've got a really cool giveaway when we get back. It's going to be from Libris Arcana. It's like a leather book binding. It's
Gotta
freaking
start
cool.
reading my
So,
spells.
see y'all in 10 minutes.
See ya.
And we've got the literal Queen of Dragons joining us tonight, all the way from Avernus.
It's your favorite
Dragon!
In this corner!
Tiamat, come on down!
What do you think her entrance music would be?
Sunday!
I'm trying to figure out what her entrance music would be.
Oh man, it'd probably be some AC/DC or something.
She's coming in to kiss
Bad to the bone!
Yeah.
Queen of Dragons like George Thorogood.
Alright guys, I'm going to kick off the raffle right now. This is courtesy of our friends Libris Arcana. It is a leather book cover for your D&D books. They look awesome. You can enter by following the instructions in the chat right now. We're so excited about that. Finally, let me just say a couple of things. We play every Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We play every Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern Time. We have Wednesday Night Friends on our channel. They start at 7:30 Eastern now as well, or was it 8? I forget.
I think it's 8.
I think it's 8.
It is 8. Sorry.
They
8
start
o'clock.
sometime at night.
Yeah, sometime at night Eastern. They're a blast to watch. Let's see, I see Stump in there, so Stump can correct me if I was wrong about that. Finally, our YouTube channel. We now have our own URL. You can find us at youtube.com/c/CastleMac. You can listen to our podcast where we produce some stuff. It's all good fun, but most importantly, we would love for you to join our Discord. The link is down below. We're going to be in the Discord after tonight's game so we can talk about Tiamat and why I decided to turn up the apple cart for Princess of the
Turn up.
Apocalypse. Finally, tonight, our heroes might need your help. We do accept bits. Every 500 bits give us 1 divine reroll. That is a reroll the players can use to either make me reroll something or to allow themselves to reroll something. I just want to say, guys, we have a plan. That money is not just lining our pockets. We're not, making this, actual brick from fake brick. We are working to constantly improve our stream. We've got a long-term roadmap for some audio improvements we want to do. We know we just want to be as good as we can so that it's even easier for you guys to come and hang out with us and listen along. So, with all that out of the way, we have rolled initiative. It is time to battle Tiamat herself as she stands there crushing the stone where Henrik's poor body once lay, now smashed between her massive feet. Behind her, cultists dissolving and burning and dying, fire elementals that she hit with her cold weapon, the earth elementals that she hit with water. Like, everything's just completely destroyed as she turns back to you all, her 5 head sort of bobbing. And if a dragon could smile, she almost looks like she is in absolute bliss.
Cool.
It is your turn, my dude.
Well, to start out with, I think there's a moment where, his jaw has just dropped in shock and awe. But then it closes, and he's resolute again. And he'll spare one last look to Wayland. Time to earn a name, young Wayland. And then I will bonus action, flex, and rage, and start running and jump.
Bounce off my head.
I'll go ahead and dash.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we should probably establish what ground she actually occupies.
Well, yeah.
Given her size, she is gargantuan, which I think is 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's in the pipe 5 by 5. So yeah, you're right. This line right here,
Would be
that
it?
row would be adjacent.
Okay,
to her.
well then I think I was actually there.
You can get rid of that beer bottle. We're good. That bottle count.
Alright, then I am there, so I don't need to dash.
Alright.
I will...
Kothai comes running. He's got Retorter, and again, it's not that Retorter can speak to you, but it is sentient, and you can. It's almost like you just feel its emotion in your head, and it is a feeling of, let's do this! It's ready. Retorter is almost pulling you along.
I will attack recklessly. That's good. That is a... actually, well, let me see. Let me tell you what it is, just in case. That is a 26.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Probably don't need to reroll that. That is 21 damage.
Okay. You rush forward, slash into her ankle, and one of the heads sort of turns down towards you.
I will attack again. That I'm not so sure of. What about a 21?
No, a 21 is not a
Didn't
hit.
think so.
In fact, Retorter connects and just doesn't even puncture her steel scales. Anything else for your turn, my dude?
Bye,
Moved.
everyone.
I bonus actioned. I actioned. I have nothing else.
Her blue head strikes down at you, trying to bite you.
You get advantage.
Yeah. Just in case I get that crit,
Yes.
I do not, but definitely a hit. I'm just rereading this. That this is a lot of damage. Okay, and it is her blue head. Are you? I guess all damages is halved for you.
Unless you got a psychic head.
You don't have a psychic head, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see. Let me just add up this dungeon math.
That's fine.
46 damage, which you, of course, have into 23. And you may now retort. Allow me to retort.
And I will. Which, again, if it matters, overcomes any resistances or immunities on the retort.
Gotcha.
Definitely got it. No, nothing special. Well, let's see. That is 14. I'm going to savage attack that one. So 15 more damage.
Okay, great.
And that was 23 I took. Just a mild 23 damage.
Yeah, oh, right.
Oh.
Perfect.
How's that?
Very good.
Let me turn the fan down for Raven.
I don't get the legendary.
Oh, does it say you don't specifically?
Can't use any legendary action, so I don't get the legendary resistance either, do I?
I would guess not. Innes, it is your turn.
Death ward.
You're like, yep, I'm good. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's an action.
Kothai, the black dragon head comes down and tries to bite you, swooping down on you. Oh, you don't want that. Okay, it is a hit.
Thanks from the one left over. I'm just going to thank Stump because I don't know who did it. Stump, you saved me.
Woo, boy, that was looking rough.
I don't know if Kothai's going to make it.
Don't worry.
Let's just add this up
I'm
again.
worrying.
I mean, Wayland should be worried, but that's fine.
That'll be 45 damage, so it rounds down to 22. And you all see her heads, they strike, and they have a vigor they did not have when you first faced her. If you recall, two of her heads were sort of dead. She's looking sharp. She's looking quick. Much more than before. Her heads kind of strike like a snake, like they do the coil up, and shoot down. And Kothai is just kind of blocking them, rolling out of the way as much as he can. Wayland, it is your turn. And is Shimmermane going to act before or after?
Before.
Okay.
And she's going to fly 60 feet. Well, 50, because that's how far it is. Right up there. And get right up next to Kothai.
All right.
And then she gonna attack with her claws.
Zombie Knight just gave y'all 3 divine. Zombie!
I hate us.
Okay, go.
Alright,
well earned.
so, yes. Beak coming in at a hot no, probably. And then claws.
A question, I guess. Well, I guess
20
we'll figure that out.
23 on the claws, my man.
23?
Yes.
I'm afraid not.
Can Shimmermane even hit without a crit?
Well, she remains to hit a +5.
+5.
She will need a crit.
Okay, good. Alright.
Fine.
Alright, so Wayland is then going to just triple spear at whatever appendage of
Go for it,
Tiamat
my
is
dude.
closer.
That is a crit and a hit.
Yep. Alright. So 3d8 plus 18. Good. So
Nice.
10, 16 plus 18.
That's a lot of dungeon math. 16 and 18 is 34.
24. And then we're going to action surge.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You most certainly are.
And we're gonna give me.
That's all twangy.
Wow!
So this is 21.
New
that
dice
is a
working out
miss.
though.
23.
No. She's a 25. I'll just tell you all to save you from
Oh.
asking. But the crit is definitely a hit.
Oh man, them dice though. Alright, so that's 10 plus 9.
Sorry about the screaming, everybody. Hope it's not a...
So 19 more damage.
19 more.
Raven, could I have that poor little dicey boy? He's behind you. Thank you.
Okay. With that, Coach, you look up as the white head coils up, swoops down to bite you.
I'm afraid that's a disadvantage.
Oh, man! Oh, man!
You got the old Shield Michael Shield is back.
Shield Michael Shield. That would be a miss, in fact. The white head slams down, and as that happens, Shimmermane actually just blasts her wings and dives to the side and goes back up at her defiantly. The white head pulls back, and you hear sort of like almost like a purring sound. Okay, it's Tiamat's turn. So here we go.
You ready for
Don't be
this?
confused by those other things she was doing. That was her turn.
It still wasn't actually her turn, everybody.
Okay, yeah, that was not ever her turn. With that, her left claw comes swooping down towards you, Kothai, and you did Reckless.
I did.
Pretty sure that's a hit.
Yeah.
Oops.
I mean, what's their modifier? Like +1 or something?
Yeah, it's about a +1. You only take 21 damage, so 10.
I do get an opportunity attack.
You do get an opportunity attack. The shield Michael shield strikes again.
That's a weighted die.
My man poured those out of the pack today. And they said, yes.
I would like to thank Limbus Arcana for my 3 crits.
Wow. Oh, congrats, high score kid. Our friend Sean won the book cover.
Nice. So that would be 18 more damage.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Do you kill it?
Not quite, I'm afraid. Where was I? Okay, that was her first
left claw.
That was her left claw. Her right claw, only by way of how it's marked, comes slashing down for you, Wayland. She will roll with disadvantage. A 1 and a 20. You're disadvantaged. Save this thing. A 1 and a 20.
Both guys doing the mom thing and stopping in the car.
No, breaking too hard. Okay, and finally, her final attack, her tail kind of comes up behind her and just strikes down. You see it just barreling towards you, Kothai, faster than you ever remember.
I'm gonna have to re-roll that.
Okay, let's re-roll that. What's your armor class?
Just an 18, man.
Oh, yeah. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, basically, yeah, okay. Okay.
He's a Barbie dude.
28 damage coming at you, Kothai. As her tail just...
Rehabbed.
Yeah, no, I'm not pre-having it.
Got it. I didn't think so. I just wanted to make
It comes, I mean, just like a speeding bullet. It strikes you so quick. Kothai's rolling around. He's starting to get some nicks, some blood showing on his skin. Kind of standing somewhat in front of you, young Wayland. And with that, it is...
Actually, with that, I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance.
Sure, Stone Endurance, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Actually, I stopped all of that.
Wow. And with that, the blue dragon, Nithis, may act.
Question.
Yeah, hit me.
I, as Nithbis, would know that the lightning would not do shit.
I think you can reasonably assume that
You know
she would...
everything.
But would I know that fire...
You can reasonably assume that any one of her 5 heads, she at the very least will take less damage from. So fire, acid, poison, lightning, cold. She is a god.
But I would know that each of the... Like, say I use lightning on the 9 lightning...
It doesn't really work that way.
Or what about... Say I did fire on, like, the cold one.
You would know that it
Can't really work
Okay,
that way.
I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, good question, but...
So... Okay. I am going to... go ahead and attack. And I would know that the frightful presence probably wouldn't work against her either.
You could reasonably assume.
Okay,
She
so-
ain't gonna be scared enough that... Oh, Quinn with 2 more divine rerolls!
thank you.
Thank you, Quinn! Very much appreciated.
We gonna need them.
Dr. Quinn, medicine man.
Thank you, Dr. Quinn, medicine man. You're gonna save the party.
That's medicine.
Alright, what you got, Nithbis?
Alright, so I get to do multi-attack, right?
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bite.
You got move. Where you want to go?
Oh, I'm
You can go
gonna
anywhere.
fly up and try and like bite its head.
Oh, yeah.
One of its heads.
We got a flying dragon battle here.
Tight.
So I'm going to
Dragon Nithbis. Do you want to fix the camera? I might be able to get a better angle there.
Can
I'm
you
going
even
to
get an
fly.
angle
You can probably
on
put it
Tiamat?
between-
And just as a reminder, at the end of all that Dragon Queen, you gave Nithbis a straight up +2 to attack any dragon ever.
I did.
You did.
You're not wrong. That's why I'm also giving you all that dragon lore. You would know that the lightning wouldn't do anything to
So
it.
I'm adding that +2 to this.
Okay, roll it and let's see.
16.
Well, you'd have that plus it's to hit.
Oh,
You get +2 on top of that.
Oh, +14?
So you're adding +16 to your attack roll. So a
Holy
30?
shit, yeah.
So 30 gets it.
Oh, okay. I think it's like barely. I was like, excuse me, 14? Okay, so that's 2d10 plus 8 plus 2d6 fire damage, which isn't gonna do shit. Should I still add it anyway?
Yeah, don't even.
I'm going
Don't
to
worry about the fire.
I'm going to maintain this. I'm just going to shift where the models are.
Please do. Please
Okay.
do. Yeah. Get a better view of the queen herself.
Where are my d10s at? Okay, so that's 2d10 piercing. 11 plus 8, 19 piercing.
Okay.
So that's bite, and then I'm gonna do 2 claw attacks. So I roll each time for each claw attack, right? 5 plus 16.
That is actually not a hit. You slash at her. 21 does not hit.
Okay.
25.
She's
Oh
25.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
It is known.
Okay, how's a 15 plus a 16?
That is a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, 31. I think that'll do.
So that's gonna be 2d6. 18 slashing.
Okay. As you strike at her, you get the sense that the damage might not be what it should be. Because unfortunately, the dragon's attacks are not magical. But it is hurting her. And with that, she takes her reaction.
Cool.
Coach and other Sean. Shield Michael Shield. I need you guys both to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm gonna re-roll.
I'm gonna use Indomitable. on
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, I don't think I made it, man. I got an 11, so I'm
I'm
pretty
at
sure
a
that didn't do it.
You both fail as the white head rears back and you see her breathe in. And as you do, you can see the air being cooled as she breathes it in, like you see crystals starting to form. You just see this icy blast come raining down on you.
No.
Man,
You guys each take 60 points of damage.
Does Sean take 30?
Yes.
Yep, Sean takes 30. And as you're just being pummeled by these ice crystals, just tearing all around you, getting inside your clothing, kind of burning your skin from how cold it is, you all hear faintly, coming from somewhere, echoing off the rock, like a horn. And with that, Kothai, it is your turn, sir.
I'll be like, Skyreach may not be here, but Oldeveld certainly is.
And I will pull out the potion of cloud giant strength up and hold
Yes.
it on.
Oh, tight.
Yes.
I am a 27 strength right now.
Nice. Waylon, how bad are you looking?
I will attack recklessly. Let me see.
9 and a 6.
Because I am a...
Huh?
9 and 6.
Of.
Yeah, that's a 31, so that's a hit.
What was that? Yes.
31.
I got another round.
Let me know when you're half.
Okay, that is... Let me make sure I got what my total damage is right now. That's 22 damage.
Okay.
And I will attack again. I'm gonna use one of those, one of these spinny boys, because that wasn't gonna do it. Yes.
That is a hit for sure.
That's 20. I'm gonna use my savage attack on that. So yes, that is 21 more damage.
Okay.
Oh man, when your dice get all sweaty, I can't roll. Sweaty as hell. That was it.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you keep slashing into her, and I mean, Retorter knows. Retorter has drawn her blood.
Retorter
before.
remembers.
That's right. And Retorter's just right between the scales, digging into her, and she remembers the blade Retorter as well. And in fact, strikes at you with the blue heads. Comes down, tries to bite you. Oh yeah, definitely a hit. Okay, that's 20 right off the bat there. Goodness.
How you doing,
30.
All right, for now, I'll take it. A lot.
Let me know when you're below.
49, so take 24.
Gotcha.
Okay, and with that, Ennis, it is your turn.
Right, I'm gonna conjure a Pegasus.
Okay, awesome.
I need my knuckle slot. So we're gonna use this as the Pegasus.
Put it somewhere in frame.
Okay.
Do a little mathy here.
Is it an action to conjure? Probably. I'm gonna conjure a Celestial, which is good for 1 hour. And it takes me a minute to cast, so this is gonna be my action.
Wait, what was that?
Conjure
Takes you an
Celestial.
action to cast, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and what does the unicorn do? Just sort of acts as your...
It's
as
a
your mate?
Pegasus. I need to
Pegasus, gotcha.
keep that higher level spell slot.
Got it.
Friendly to me and my companions. I have to roll for its initiative.
Okay.
So I'll do that now. Initiative is plus what?
Plus its dex.
So it's a 19.
Good. It's actually going to be... Would you rather it go next because it rolled so high, or at the top of next turn?
It takes me a minute to cast the spell, so
It
next
takes
turn.
a minute to cast it? It's going to take you 10 rounds.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
10 rounds to cast this spell.
Damn, no, I'm not doing
It'll
that.
be over before that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
What is the name of the spell?
Conjure Celestial?
I mean, that makes sense. You probably like spend some time. This is a pre-combat.
Yeah. Should have done this a while ago.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Casting time is a minute. I mean, if you really want to spend 10 rounds to get a Pegasus,
Not
you
really.
go right ahead.
Does not.
Alright, quickly pivot. What you got?
Where am I?
You're
All the way over
back
there?
here, yeah.
Tight. Move me up a little bit.
Like how much?
Like 30. Like my move. I will stay right there.
See it here. That's it?
Yeah. I wasn't prepared for not conjuring my Pegasus, so I'll just chill.
Do you want to dodge?
Yes.
Dodge or heal or anything?
I will take the dodge action for now.
Okay. Alright, you take the dodge action, and as you take the dodge action,
Yeah. What happens?
the black head pushes through the others. You see its red eyes bearing down on you, Kothai, and it comes down and strikes at you as well. Well, it's still a hit. She literally can't pass unless I roll. Which I have twice on Wayland. 52 damage, so you'll take 26.
Oh, 26, yeah.
You just see Kothai continuing to like block him as he can. He's starting to have some scratches and kind of blood showing through parts of his furs.
He's getting wrecked.
Yes, he is. Would you like to retort?
I would.
Allow me to retort.
The 7 plus 17. I'm afraid.
Will allow me to tempt you. 4 of these divine rerolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
courtesy of our
Go
friends.
ahead and use one. That'll do it.
That'll do. That's a hit. Ooh, Maddie! Thank you, Maddie. Maddie just tossed you all 2 more.
Thank you. Here, I'll take.
Here, I'm gonna get them in order. These, I think that last
We
one's
have-
zombies.
we still have 3
These
zombies.
nope, that's zombies. These 2 are Quins.
Oh, that's
These
right.
2 are Maddies.
It's 22 damage, which again
22 damage.
overcomes any whatever.
Yep. You're good to go.
All right.
Wayland is only 14 because he was not part of this original crew. He survived the end of Strahd, so he's been leveling fast, but I didn't want to just catch him up arbitrarily. So he's been sort of ramping up to catch them. And we'll eventually be their level.
It's where we were the last time we fought her.
Yeah.
She was weaker.
Yeah.
All right.
Wayland?
So I'll roll for 20s on the beak and then the claw for
Okay, yeah.
Charmaine. Nope.
Oh, so hard. Are those both 19s?
No, one's a 13.
Okay. So heartbreaking.
I know.
Heartbreaking.
And then we will in fact do our 3 attacks onto
Okay.
herself. So these are all plus 12, so 22 is no.
It's 2 hits.
25, yep. And on one of them we are going to use the Unwavering Mark.
Okay. I
So-
forget what that does again.
When I hit with a melee weapon attack, I can mark the creature until the end of my next turn, or I'm incapacitated and die. While it's within 5 feet of you, a marked creature has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me. If it deals damage to anyone else, I get a special melee attack on my next turn
Got it.
as a bonus action with advantage and 7 extra damage.
Very cool. Thank you, Mets. This is for Mets' second month subscription. So I'm putting these in
Oh,
order.
thanks, nuts.
Thank
Okay, I know what I'm gonna
Mets.
do now. I got my new.
Okay, cool.
Well, I gotta deal you damage.
Yeah,
man.
deal me some damage.
That was wonderfully bad at
I'm sweating, y'all.
20 damage.
20 damage is 20 damage, my dude. I mean, the two of you are just like every time a face comes down, you strike at it. Scales are starting to chip off. You're starting to see some blood appear from kind of under her scales. But again, she almost just has like she's enjoying this, and you can hear occasionally she was like almost like this reptilian purring from the different heads. You see at one point 2 of the heads kind of look at each other, and one kind of nips at the other one before they both come down for attacks. And with that, she will strike back at you, Wayland.
Okay. With disadvantage.
That is a hit.
I'm gonna try a warding maneuver on
You really don't want to.
not even with an 8.
You can if you really. What's your armor class?
20.
Nope. Then you won't get it. Save your stuff. I'll be at least nice a little bit there.
What?
Okay, you take 40 damage, Wayland.
Yikes! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And now it's Tiamat's turn.
Oh good!
So for Tiamat's turn, she first and foremost turns her attention to this blue dragon flying by her. Does she get disadvantage on that as well?
Yes.
It's anyone that she attacks.
It's
huh?
even if she had a ranged thing she was going to do, it's
Gotcha.
advantage at completely.
Well, I guess I'll believe you.
I'm in 5 feet.
All right.
I'll die.
Same.
A claw comes slashing at you, Raven. What's your armor class of that blue dragon?
19.
Oh yeah, that's it. And by the way, her attacks are considered magical. 28 damage, Raven. Any reactions to that? Yours now will trigger on your bonus action, right?
Do
I
get Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah, I guess you
I
do.
think I can still
don't-
take my
I think you can still do your
personal-
class abilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 different things for me. One is the Sentinel reaction, and the other is a special attack.
Gotcha.
On the bonus
So you
side.
will get to Sentinel. Go ahead and roll that. Yes, that is a hit.
Oh man, these dice.
Actually, wait. He's doing his thing, and then I gotta do mine.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, what spell level is Hellish Rebuke?
Hold on. It's a low one, so it wouldn't even do shit, right?
Well,
But wait,
there.
hold on. I can also do absorb elements. What kind of damage was I taking?
That was just piercing.
Well, I'm absorbing the piercing element.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to take a reaction then.
Yeah, it's just a slash. Okay. She slashes at you with her right hand, kind of claws at the dragon. With her left hand, she slices down at you, Kothai.
Disadvantage.
Plus, why is it disadvantage? Oh, because of your thing. But plus advantage, so
Yeah,
just
so
regular.
regular.
You said how many did I have? 20.
26, I think.
Trying to manage.
Oh yeah, look, man, we're doing it.
Shield, Michael, shield. It's real. Oh wait, where am I rolling this? That's not right.
I get.
It's a much smaller dice pool on her. She's much deadlier outside of her turn. And you take 20 damage, so rounds down to 10. And then finally, her tail. Lydia, roll me a d6.
I don't like this.
I don't like it when you make me like choose which one of
their
my
doom.
friends.
Coach.
Good.
Disadvantage as a tail comes slashing out at you.
I'm a warning maneuver that one.
Rewarding maneuver it. You got it. Oh, yes! The tail comes at you. You raise your shield, and the shield just bends. It's like kind of pushes you back a little bit, and it's ringing. Nithbis, it is your turn. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay?
I got sweaty dice syndrome
Sweaty
over here.
dice. Yep. SDS. Sweaty dice syndrome.
Yeah, sweaty dice syndrome is real, man.
Look at it. Looking at these pencil marks over here, it ain't looking good. The erase.
My current HP is just a smirch of a race.
My heart is beating so hard right now.
I'm gonna need that
Okay.
next turn to show up real quick.
So when I attacked as a dragon, I noticed that it was doing some damage, but did I feel like it was barely doing shit?
You would know that non-magical attacks against dragons do less damage.
Okay.
I think that's in lore. You would know that hey,
You
the
have to
dragon's
have a
claws
magical
aren't actually magical. Unfortunately, I actually saw them talking about this. I think Chris Perkins said like, "Hey, it's just one of the things about dragons. They don't do magical attacks. I don't even think ancients do. Tiamat does
You said it's
She's a
magical
god.
damage though.
magical damage."
Like any damage made by a magical.
Like a retorter is doing full damage. Magical
Spells.
spear is doing full damage. Spells above a certain level do damage to
But
her.
hurt attacks on us are magical.
Yes,
Or
they
not,
because she-
oh, yes, she's
She
God.
is. She is a god.
Would like an anti-magic field do anything?
Yeah, it would probably shut down all your magic weapons.
Cool. I won't do that one.
Yeah, why don't you just cast silence again? That would be really good. Hey, so I'm going to I'm gonna move down to ground level
Okay.
and drop my spell.
Okay.
Bonus action. And I'm going to cast Insect Plague. How fat is...
She is 5 by 5.
Cool, I'm gonna do a 20-foot sphere not affecting us.
Okay. Yep. All entirely within her space.
Locusts that also go 20 feet up.
Let me. Are you casting that at a higher spell level?
Yeah, I'm looking at it at... You said it above 5th.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm casting it at 5th.
Above 5th.
Oh,
So 5th
well,
doesn't
I guess I'm casting
Greater
it at
than.
6.
There you go. Wait, write her down. Equal to.
Wait. Let me find it up in here. Hold on. Okay.
So you're casting at a 6th level.
Yeah.
Okay, and it'll be 5d10 damage after a Constitution saving throw. So
Yeah.
you see Nithbis just morph back into herself, raises her staff of the woodlands, and you start to see these black dots just, and you hear this buzzing, and it's this cacophony of insects, and they swarm her. They sound like cicadas.
Locust.
There's her save. She passes her save, so she'll take half.
19.
5d10. What was that?
19 con save. Just checking because it went up.
Let me just double check. Interesting. You know what? Oh no. Yeah, she does. God, she's a +10 Constitution. Yeah, she passes.
Tight. Cool. Okay, so it's
She
half.
doesn't have any bonuses to it though. I'll just tell you
Can I
that.
borrow some d10s? Or no, I might have enough. 4 d10.
You're gonna hit her
I
with
might-
5d10.
Yeah, I forgot I'm thinking of the higher one. Got 3, 4, 5. And these, okay, these hundreds are
10s.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, that's 28, so she will take half that. All right. You see, I mean, they're just crawling all over her, biting, and she sort of claws at them with one hand, sort of somewhat, not absentmindedly, but just kind of
And it's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah,
so
you
what
can
does that actually look like?
It's within her body. You can make sure it doesn't hit
You're
anyone
good
else.
another round.
No problem.
I'm just thinking ahead if she moves.
All y'all? Okay, let's pretend you are.
Yeah, if she moves, it would be
I'm
gone.
saying.
You all now at the bottom of the turn hear a horn again. It's echoing a little bit louder, and you think you hear feet echoing through, like marching. Kothai, it is your turn. Oh wait, no. She has a reaction. My bad. With her reaction, she in fact attacks. Ooh, Lid. Can you roll me a d4? Actually, I tortured you last time. Raven, can you roll me a d4?
Remind me of the sword that conjures berserkers.
I don't remember anymore. 3.
Yeah,
Ooh, 3. She in fact attacks you, Wayland.
Cool.
That is a hit, I'm afraid.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and try and morning maneuver it again.
Okay, do you remember what I rolled? Because I picked it up.
You had a 4 at your
Okay,
command,
yep,
so
fair enough.
22.
Oof. She's a plus 19. She got you with a 23. You raise your dented shield and she slams into it, and the bottom piece of it rips off as her tail punches through. Ooh, that looks like a lot. 51 points of damage, man.
Holy smokes. You're still up, my dude. You're still up.
This one, it just right into his belly. He kind of drops to one knee before willing himself to stand back up. Kothai, it is your turn, sir.
How many has this year? 5?
What's your max HP?
I'm going to recklessly attack, looking down from Wayland to look up again. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, that's still a hit. Because it's 25, right?
25 is the number.
I got it, because I got a 26. Let's see. That was 17. I'm going to savage attack that first
Okay.
one, though. An 18.
18.
Got it again. For 19 more.
Okay. Kothai just continuing to slash into her. She's roaring. Her heads are roaring in unison. What were you going to say?
I was just going to joke. Bonus action attempt to grapple.
Yeah, nah. That ain't happening. Okay. Let's see here. Coach and Sean. Can I have each of you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I got an 18.
What does 17 get me?
You're gonna die either way. You can't. You've got like 1 hit point.
Oh, is this going to kill one man flat out, though?
out there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it's not. Never mind.
That's the deal, is maximum after.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay. The red head pulls back. Her skin stretches, and as it gets thin, you can see the light from within. Can you please roll Shimmermane?
That's a lot of dice, man.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my god, no. Not that I think it would have mattered, but a 1 just feels, ugh.
We down.
Y'all down.
Okay, all of you, Shimmermane included, take 85 points of damage.
Yeah, that wouldn't done. We down.
What's Shimmermane's hit point cap?
Wait, we all took 81?
We
No.
did.
Shimmermane's hit point cap is 42. She took.
Shimmermane is dead.
Gone forever.
You, in fact, see it all around you. Shimmermane roars. Wayland hits the ground, his armor steaming.
How many times can I use channel divinity as a level 17?
Might be 3 times now.
I think it is.
It's definitely twice,
Yeah.
but it might be 3 times.
Okay.
Well that's Tiamat there for her reaction. Innes, it is your turn.
I will use my channel divinity to heal you 42 and you 43.
Tight.
Wayland, you hit the ground. Still feel the scorching. You can smell the practiced ground of your castle. You think maybe you're coming home, and then your eyes snap awake. You feel yourself healed on the burning body of Shimmermane beneath you. Reach and grab your spear. And at the end of her turn, she strikes a Kothai. With the blue head.
She doesn't have disadvantage anymore.
No, I don't think so.
No, it ends when I go down.
Okay.
But I'll set that back up.
She got me. Oh, she hit me.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Just making sure. Ah, 37 damage, my dude. Woo, she nasty. She's so nasty.
Isn't she nasty?
Wayland, it is your turn as you are lying on the ground.
Shimmermane will go before me.
Just all burning. Poor sweet Shimmermane. Poor sweet Shimmermane.
We will. Alright, I still get my bonus action attack.
You
too.
definitely do,
So,
yeah.
We will do our 3 attacks.
Okay.
Right
Do
into
it, my dude.
Alright, so plus 12, that's a 22. That's a
The other 2
miss.
are definite hits.
The other 2 are hits.
I'm inspiring Kothai.
Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, y'all want to use up your beads.
So that's 10 plus 18, so 28 damage.
28 damage.
And then the special attack with advantage,
Yes, sir.
11 plus 12. We're gonna
Use them. This is the last of zombies, and then
Yes.
these are Quinn's. I'm trying to remember the order. Oh, sorry.
I'll give this to Coach, right here. With my Michael Shield.
Coach mad about Shimmermane dying. I'm sorry.
killing my horses in the.
And on that note, Tiamat now strikes.
There will be another warding.
Yeah.
Sorry, unwavering.
Spin around one from the hip. Okay. With that, yeah, she strikes the Kothai again.
Disadvantage.
So regular.
Yeah, regular.
Regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
MBD. Where are my damage dice?
You don't get them back.
This is so many. My dice aren't all that sweaty. You guys' dice pretty sweaty? Or?
I'm dripping
You
with
got sweaty
Mine are
dice?
dripping in, hippogriff blood. Actually, I don't think there was much bloodshed. It was just fried.
Yeah.
I think she vaporized.
49 damage, my dude.
Okay.
God, you can take a beating. Okay. Oh, and with that, it's her turn. Man,
Wait, you skipped me.
how did I skip? No, you channeled divinity.
Oh, right. I was just testing
She can
you.
go again if she wants.
All right. Tiamat roars back, and the white head looks at Innes, and the other head sort of join in, and she, and every step she takes, just a huge, like the ground almost cracks underneath her, as she walks this way, just a ways.
Alright, well, Sentinel.
No. Oh yeah, you can sentinel, but she's not leaving your. She's not leaving your.
Is she still in the 20-foot sphere?
Yeah, I think you could have sent it like there, so she's still touching it.
She's still
Well,
okay.
I'll Sentinel when she makes an attack.
Yes. And
She's not leaving.
with that, her right claw bears back. You see the claws like push out of her scaly arm, and she strikes down at you, Innes.
At disadvantage.
Still good.
How do you know?
Still good.
I'm a 21.
She gets you for 24 damage. How was that looking? All right, and then with that, her claw comes down. You want a sentinel?
I tried.
Hey, we've got these beautiful dice.
do it, man.
Yeah, I'll do
We've got these beautiful dice. You got 5 beautiful dice. Wily Hobbit, you're here just in time to see that Shimmermane died.
Just in time.
Not doing great for you. With that, another claw comes swiping at you, Innis, as she sort of stretches her body over to try to hit the healer. Yep, she got you. .21 damage this time, my dear.
Is this piercing?
Yeah, slashing.
Okay.
It is.
Means nothing. I was just wondering.
Slashing damage. And with that, her tail spins around and comes flying towards you, Nithbis. Gives you a solid walloping with her tail.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god.
22 damage, Nithbis.
And a con save.
Because you're concentrating on the spell, yes. And in fact, it's when she ends her turn there, right? So here's her con save.
Wait, you said how much? 22?
Yep. She passes her con save, but you can now roll damage.
Wait, no,
She was
I was
con
asking if I needed a con
I gotcha. Yes, you needed a con save. She also needs a con save because she is still within your insect swarm.
Was that a con save or was that a... What save did I have
It was
you
a
make?
con
It's con.
For you? Okay. And then... Does the Warcaster give me advantage?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
And it'll need to be, you took 22 damage on that?
Yeah.
So it would be a DC 11.
So,
Oh, I got...
You rolled a 9, so I think you might have.
You're fine. Yeah, you passed. You
That's
passed.
I thought I rolled a 6.
I saw a 9, but.
Oh, maybe
What's your con saving throw?
It's fine.
Oh, then you would need to roll it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
11, 12.
Passed.
Okay.
So now she passed hers, so she'll take
Half
5
damage.
d10 halved. Well, that's not bad. 15, 20, 28. She takes half that.
So, like, is she almost dead, or?
She looks really good. It's like maybe she's irritated.
Yeah.
It's like we've just scratched her.
Like her favorite sweater shrunk in the wash. She's
Yeah.
not like having a bad day, but it's
Yeah.
just not the best day.
Yeah, she's not so great. So let's see, who do we have left here? We got a Mets one. We got I'm struggling to remember who those were.
Wait, isn't it my turn?
Yeah. I'm saying I was talking about these.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you
It
skipped my
goes
turn.
Quinn, Maddie,
not.
Metz.
Okay.
Quinn, Maddie, Mets. Thank you. We're on the Quinn reroll.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
Raven.
I was just checking, just in case. Alright, so that was...
Oh, we got a fan die too.
Ooh!
You remember the dice, Sean?
I got it.
All right. Mayor.
Quinn,
Fan
Maddie,
Man.
Metz, Than.
Quinn, Maddie, Mets, Stan. Quinn,
Tinker,
Maddie,
Taylor,
Mets, Stan.
Soldier, Spy.
Hey, what's above us?
Cavern.
Cavern goes up a good, probably 200 feet. Maybe not that quite that high. Probably 100 feet.
But I mean, how tall is she?
about 50.
Probably about 50.
Okay.
This is it's an inch. Well, let's see, right? Because an inch would be
I
my
mean,
tape measure.
We don't need to get too technical at this
Well,
point.
I'm waiting for Raven to decide so I can measure.
No, I don't think that would work anyway. Like, say I affected something with my magic, and then that, I don't think it would count as magical damage. Anyway, so that's a thing. Cool. And I'm like, real low. I'm gonna keep my concentration on that, and I'm assuming cantrips won't do anything.
Not a thing.
Okay, but let me just check that this is not concentration.
Thank you all for chilling with us tonight. We really appreciate it. It's been fun. Thank you for all of the divine rerolls.
thank
hooking us
y'all
up.
for your generosity because it kept us alive.
You guys are gonna be fine. She's definitely taking damage.
I hope so. Not from me, of
Just
course.
doing the math. Yeah, you guys should be fine. Alright, what you got, Raven?
I am going to. Here's what I'd like to do.
Okay, hit me.
I'm going to drop my concentration on that. I'm going to cast a new spell.
Okay.
I would like to summon 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower, and I know you get to pick them, but I prefer to summon flying creatures.
Okay.
8 of them.
Ooh.
And I mean, just as an example, I've got a swarm of ravens, a swarm of bats, giant owls.
Swarm of ravens.
You don't even need to pull them out because it doesn't matter. I promise.
Okay, all right.
'Cause she's
All right.
gonna kill them in 5 seconds. And I want to conjure them, like I plant my staff into the ground and just like
Yes.
harness its power. And I'd like to create 8. Let's say swarm of ravens.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? They're militarized Tudorix. Right?
Cool.
And they just.
And
they're
I
tweeting almost pleasantly.
I call out,
as they come flying out.
"Get her eyes."
Nice. Nice. I love it. All right, you do. They're just. And that, we'll just say they act after you in initiative.
And okay.
So yeah, they come swarming at her. We're gonna use the swarm of ravens, and I'm gonna just average their damage. I'm not gonna roll 8.
And they're specifically trying to attack their all the eyeballs.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. They have an average damage each of 7, and there are 8 of them. So that's an average damage of 56, excluding roll to hit, which is only a +4. So I'm gonna.
But I get +2. Oh no, wait, they don't get mine.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
See if you think this is amenable. They are not going to deal her any damage, but they are going to give her disadvantage on attack rolls because they are swarming her eyeballs. And because
I'm trying to get them to like.
they need a 20 to hit her, so they're not doing anything.
Fine.
But they will give her disadvantage and continue swarming around each of her heads.
That sounds
work?
pleasant to
That
me.
work? Yeah.
Until they go down in 5 seconds.
Yeah, probably.
It's an attack that's not hitting
Yeah,
us.
every attack on a swarm is an attack, not on a.
Right. And there are 8 of them. There are 8 of them. So, after your turn, she will take her legendary action.
Oh, and I'm going to move.
Okay.
But then do I get a...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to pivot near my good old friend, Kofi.
Okay. Love it. She turns to you all as you clump up. Yeah. The black dragon head. You start to see green smoke coming from its nostrils. And can I have? Let me just see what the save is.
You're welcome.
Ooh. Dexterity saving throw for the 3 of yins. Oh God.
I think we all failed.
Yeah, that's a no. You know,
I still failed.
Cool. Everybody fail?
I don't know, I have a 10 left.
13 fail.
By half, my dude. Alright, acid comes spraying out of this maw. Steam around you, acrid smoke as you smell your own skin burning.
This is acid.
It is acid. 4, 30, 44.
I'm down.
How much?
He hasn't finished yet.
66 acid damage.
Jesus!
Just.
Oh man, I'm glad in the middle of that.
I am going to. Can I? Yeah, absorb elements, so it gives me resistance to the triggering damage type.
It does indeed.
So it lessens its effect on you. So do I take half of that?
You would take half of that.
Take.
As the acid burning your clothes, eating into your skin. Whew. It's ugly. Okay. You all now see the light of torches coming from this entrance right here. The lead somewhere, you're not sure where, into the Underdark. And Wayland standing there. Oh, you're down, aren't you?
I don't see shit.
Well, you don't see shit then. The rest of you who were there see a familiar face as Esme comes running forward, holding the great sword of Argynvost in her hands, and she looks back and raises the sword forward and points at Tiamat as elven archers come up behind her and take a knee, and they all just start arrows start plinking off her armor.
Oh man, I'm ready.
My girl. My girl.
I'm ready. I got a thing. Don't kill me.
My girl.
Who are all of these people?
Those are all of
That's
Esme's
Melindrat's army.
Rangers with her. And they all just start, and Esme's like, "Ah!" She raises the blade of Argynvost.
Do you want me to take on Esme?
Nope.
Okay.
Kothai.
As a bonus action, Kothai is going to drink his greater healing potion. Oh, that's pretty good. 18. Okay. And then for my action, of course, I'm going to continue my attack.
Relentless attack.
Yeah.
Yep, you got her.
So that's 16. I'm gonna savage attack that. Yeah, that is a 24.
Okay.
And then I will attack again. Got her. For 18 more damage. Just. I think going down to his knee now every time that he gets a good hit, and then pulling back up.
Love it. All right. Yeah, you're slashing into her. She's now looking behind her, and you can see arrows. Some of them are, most of them are plinking off her armor, but occasionally they kind of stick in, and you can see Esme standing there with her blue glowing sword. And in her reaction, she chomps down at young Wayland. You give disadvantage, right?
Yeah. I sure do.
Young Wayland, that is 2 failed death saves. As she just grabs out, as she kind of lifts him up.
Oh, did you roll the disadvantage?
Yeah.
Well, it's advantage because she's prone.
Oh, my B. I was like,
Wait,
I
he's
only saw
prone.
one die.
She's got disadvantage because of.
Yeah, but he's
Birds.
prone, so
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? I'll let him. I'll let him. Okay. No. She chomps down
Wait,
and
hold on. What did you roll to hit him? Or you don't have to because he's already down, right?
he's down. Yeah.
I just
Is there something you can do
I didn't know if my
to affect it?
Dragonstone would like my
To make me re-roll it?
Yeah.
You can make me re-roll it.
What was your? Oh, you didn't show.
I rolled an 8.
We would have to roll a 1.
Yeah.
Save it.
You could do it.
Save it.
I'll save it.
She lifts Wayland's body in her teeth, and he's just sort of hanging limp. And she drops him, and he sort of clatters back to the ground, just crumpled and broken. Innes, your turn.
I will cast a mass heal, and that is 700 hit points to split between the party.
Holy smokes!
Oh my god!
So how are we? What's 700 divided by 4?
So we're up to max.
Alright, hold on. I'll do the math here.
Okay.
Kothai, what do you need to get to max?
Hold on, give me 1.
Dungeon math right here. Actually, more importantly, Wayland
You
needs
need 196.
Wayland needs 172.
I only need
to
like
get to max.
24 or something.
196. I need 196.
Okay.
That's
And
yeah. I was opening this up, but then you told me.
Everyone is back to full health, completely healed. As this is an action to cast, right? Mass heal.
No, it takes 10 minutes.
Esme holds her sword aloft.
What?
And you all just see this bright, blinding light coming from her, and it almost hurts your eyes. You, in fact, as you're laying dead again, covered in blood, you hear these elvish songs, and you almost see a figure sort of come down, reach down, it rubs a finger along your jawline, and as you wake up, you can sort of still see an outline as it's pulling you to your feet, and then disappears as you're standing there now, back in action. Tiamat roars in, like, just, and it echoes, and you can hear rocks kind of falling from the ceiling. And I need all 3 of y'all right there to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Does undo all that progress
Yep.
that's just made.
Failed. I
Oh,
still
how's
think,
a
even in this moment, Kothai,
18?
as he wipes the blood off his...
I'll use Indomitable. I can use it up to at least 3, maybe.
Kothai's still gonna start laughing.
Yep, 3 times. So.
Okay.
Indomitable. Nope, still not a crit. So.
How's and I just made a 15 on my con save.
A lot of damage.
scope you rolled it anyway.
Oh my god. Okay, everyone takes 68 points of damage.
Oh, I just knocked my glasses and my ears off.
68 points of damage. Your spell completely fails because you would need to roll a 34 on a con save to keep it active. And yeah, 68 damage to everybody. Wayland, your turn, sir.
There's no way I could even roll a 34.
No, there's no way.
Would he have noticed Esme at this point?
Oh, yeah. In fact, yeah, you look up and you can see the arrows flying, and sort of through the haze, you look over and you can see her, and she kind of locks eyes at you, just nods.
It was
I
really
think
fun
he shot
having these characters.
Esme,
Yeah.
to me!
For the 5 minutes.
And
that we
then
did.
he will roll all 3 of his attacks.
Tight.
Fucking do it.
Man, where have all the crits gone?
Where have all the crits gone? So I've got...
No, you're done. You're done.
You guys have 4 divine
I'm
rerolls.
gonna reroll.
just
I'm
saying.
gonna reroll one of the misses with it. That's it. So 1 hit.
The misses.
You're done. Shut it down.
That was one of the Maddies.
I wish I had some more pistachio or.
Alright, so 5
I
plus 9, so 14 damage.
Don't make the bag crinkle.
And that'll...
DM brings out
my
Tiamat. I'm
third,
gonna crinkle as many bags as I want.
my
You
third
ain't. I'm gonna heal her.
mark. So I'm down to only 2 left. So
Okay.
you're at back to
Disadvantage,
disadvantage,
got it.
and if you deal damage, I'm coming at you, my man.
Got it. And she has one legendary action left, and with that legendary action, ooh, let's see. Sean, can you roll me a d4, my man?
Yeah. 2.
It's on you. And she will have disadvantage.
Cool, it's on you. I'm Tiamat.
She gets you.
It's attacking you.
I'm gonna use a warding maneuver here.
Tiamat.
Okay?
I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm a dragon god.
Y'all are mocking Tiamat right now? Just make
As well.
Ooh, I'm Tiamat.
You take 51 damage.
I kind of imagine Tiamat in her like hellish bathroom, like oh those fucking guys. Ooh, I'm Esme. Oh, I'm Innis. Ooh, I'm Kothai. I come and kill in my avatar.
She has a picture of us hanging up in her wardrobe.
She just like throws daggers at it.
And with that, it's Tiamat's turn. Okay.
I'm adding up all the damage I'm taking, by the way. That's
I just want to know, yeah. I can't wait to see.
Show me.
She's looking like she's taking some
Wait,
pretty
how much
serious
damage
hits.
should we take?
Some of her heads are now covered in blood.
Oh, since you just hit me, I'm going
How
to
much
report.
damage?
Okay, yeah.
How much damage should we take again?
68.
68.
That is
Nice. Good hit.
25 damage, my
Tight,
dude.
tight,
Good hit.
tight, tight.
Does that attack on him trigger Sentinel?
Yeah,
Okay,
it totally does. Oh, dude, come on. Spin them. Spin them.
That's the Maddie!
That was the Maddie. That was the Maddie.
The last Maddie.
The last of the Maddies.
Great movie.
Jeez, man.
10.
Thank you.
I have rolled 5
10
ones
damage?
on damage.
I'll take one.
Need me some
Now I need to
pistachios.
Stress Oreos.
I'm saving the stress Oreo for myself over here.
Okay,
Take that one too.
Okay.
I've had like the whole box.
Okay.
it's now her turn.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4, roll me a d4, roll me a d4.
Roll d4, you die.
I got a 3.
I got a 3.
Fuck me, I'm through.
I got a 1.
Right? With her left claw, she slashes at you, Nithbis.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah, that got you.
Nope.
Take 23 points of damage. With her right claw and her tail, she strikes at you. Alright, Wayland. Right claw. Gets ya. For 20 damage. And her tail.
I'm gonna use warning maneuver on that one.
Why are we all not barbarians?
That's a 5, so 25.
She just got you. Just got you. Exactly.
Excuse me.
29 damage, my dude.
Is she wearing metal?
She wearing metal armor. Okay, that's her. That would be you, Nithbis. Oh man, thank you. Subcoe. Did I say that right? That is. Oh, we also have a Devon coming up in here. Devon Utilitas.
Oh my god,
and
Devon.
Subcoe.
Oh,
Add him to
thanks.
the queue.
So I got Max, Than, Devin, Subcoat,
Nope.
Mayor
Subcoat
Thanrin.
Mayor Than.
Mayor Thanran.
Yeah.
Marathon.
I got you, my man. Got the order.
Oh!
The order on the
There's
board.
also another Maddie.
Oh, Maddie! Another Maddie!
Maddie at the end now.
Alright, I'm only rolling Maddie's, by the way, because they're the only ones that have
Okay.
done.
Another Maddie.
Okay.
This, your turn.
I'm going to cast darkness in a radius only around her heads.
Okay.
More disadvantage.
What's the range of darkness?
60 feet.
Oh, yeah, I don't feel too good.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, range up, and then 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
So maybe I could only affect I'll affect like as many of the lower heads as I can.
I think it's
within 50 foot
reasonable that
radius.
you at least put a cloud on there. At the very least, it'll force her to.
I'll put a cloud. Actually, yeah.
Put one like here and force her to kind of do the.
Actually, I'm gonna put a 15-foot radius sphere above just the three of us, blocking line of sight.
Shielding
of
you a
us.
little bit?
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah, cause she big. We can just cut on a foot.
Yeah.
You could just cut on a foot. I agree with that. Just and as you do that, you all look up into inky blackness from above, and you can hear the unmistakable sound of inhalation. Can the three of you please make me a dexterity saving throw? I will give you advantage because she can't quite see you to aim as well as normal.
What do they have to roll?
Already had it.
We pretty much have to. I have to crit.
Dex.
I would have to roll a 17,
Got a
I guess, if I needed to be the
16.
twanky.
It's a Swanky 6, I believe.
It's a 26 to save.
27 actually.
A save. I need to make 27 on my dex save.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm rolling.
What's
Why
your
are we even
modifier?
rolling?
It's +3. I couldn't even do that if I
The
wanted.
20 still passes.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just need to roll.
We're looking for 20s.
a 20.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, you can do it. Let's
You
roll
know
with
what?
a level 20.
I'll roll my last indomitable. Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Might as well.
Bye. Ooh.
That hurt.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I forgot I was gonna do a bonus
Hold on,
action. But I didn't.
Y'all take 61 damage.
I'm down again.
I'm down.
Her ice breath is.
Hey, can you do that thing again?
No.
No.
One time.
It's a one-timer.
It's a one-timer.
700
Lydia?
hit points only comes around.
Roll me 2d12, please.
My character sheet's frozen.
Okay. That's a weird one.
Yep.
2 great axes appear and hit you in the face.
3 and 1.
Why is my
And if we
Why are you doing all these secret rolls?
Arrows just keep slamming into her as Esme, with her 35 movement speed, comes rushing up to her. Go ahead and roll me 1d20.
with advantage.
Okay, that is a hit.
I say it. Not if you'll believe me.
All right, y'all. She's looking pretty rough. Do you guys need a quick break? Quick
Yeah,
bio
yeah,
break? Get some
I have-
break?
Yeah, let's take a quick
All right.
break. Everybody stick around, please.
All right,
Oh dear
please.
God.
She's looking like maybe you're halfway through her or so.
Oh no.
She's looking rough, but
I
y'all are looking
completely
pretty rough
healed
too.
everybody and now 2 of them are gone again.
Okay, we'll be right back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around.
On stream.
All right, everybody, we're back. Oh, don't die on stream.
Don't
You can.
die on
You
stream.
can die. Don't cry on stream. I don't care if you die on stream.
Too late.
I've already died on stream.
Too late. Thanks everybody for sticking it out. We hope to see you in the Discord afterwards. We're going to be in our voice chat, just talking about TMI. Maybe consoling each other. Maybe celebrating.
If we're consoling each other, you're not invited.
Okay, fair. Kothai, it is your turn, sir.
What's a turn?
Kothai will bonus action actually to drink a regular healing potion. So
Okay.
it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, do it.
So
I'm dead.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Yeah.
You and I are both done, right?
Oh, you're dead too?
and then I'm going to attack Goddard. That is 18. I think I'm gonna savage attack that one actually. Yeah, good. Because that is 24 on that first one.
24 on the first hit, got it. Gotta get those crits in there.
All right, that is 5d10 for my brutal criticals.
5d10. Wow.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Okay.
Standard Sean roll, though.
Yep, shouldn't have used that up, but okay. That's 32 damage.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. I mean, you just keep slashing into her. I mean, you're feeling your own strength draining. You've got like burns and still ice cubes like finding their way through your skins. Feeling pretty rough. And she does, in fact.
Are we getting the darkness is gone? Everything? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
everything's gone.
darkness fell.
It's all gone.
Yep. And she comes down, tries to bite at you, my dude.
Double ones.
You don't have disadvantage. Oh, she has advantage, in fact, if you attack recklessly.
Yeah.
Okay, she definitely got you.
Oh, let me keep my damage tracker up.
Okay, 6, 12, 18, 20, 32, 39, 41, and 10, 51 damage, my man.
So 26.
This digs into you again. At this point, your clothes are just ripped and like hanging off you.
Luckily, I don't wear
I feel like
many.
I'm gonna black out.
Would you like to retort?
I would. Sorry, give me just 1 sec to do this. It was 26 damage, right?
26 damage.
Alright.
Hang on, I'm saying a quick prayer.
Hit.
Praying to Anilor right now. Not bad.
Yeah, it's 23 more damage.
It's almost as good as your crit, man.
Yeah. I haven't been critting, so I haven't been saving the old savages.
Yeah, I mean, you're just again like kind of weakly, almost the sword is almost guiding itself now to attack her as your strength is starting. Although no, you got cloud giant strength.
Yeah, Kothai's, I think, fighting through the pain. And
I forgot your strength is effectively what, 26 right now?
27, but it's 26 mechanically, I guess.
Got it. Innes, it is your turn. Can you knock that Nithbis figure down?
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not even sure. Are they even visible on the stream? Or are they blocked
I mean,
in
you
the
can
massive shadow of
Pick him back up.
Tiamat?
Okay. Bonus action mass healing word, and because I'm level 17, everybody gets max.
That is right.
I get 5 of that.
Right? And
Actually, I get max too because I'm gonna heal myself.
max for you is what, 9?
Yeah,
Is that right?
I get 2 plus the
It's
spell level.
4 plus your spell level. Yeah, I think it's actually 11. You get 11 on
And
your
they get
healing
nine.
words, I think.
We get what?
No, everybody gets 11.
11.
Hit points?
Does your, is that counting your +1 for your holy symbol?
So, and that's
Okay, so healing word is 4 plus your wisdom modifier, which is...
I was gonna say 10. 4.
Okay, so that's 8 plus 1 for the level from Life Cleric plus an additional 2. Plus your magic, your +1 holy symbol. So everybody gets 12 on her max healing word.
And then I get 12 too. Or
I don't
do
know.
I get
I don't
the
know. I
2
don't know
plus?
that rule well enough. I don't know what it says. Wayland, again, I mean, you wake up, your body is just broken and aching as you're laying on the ground, looking up at this towering figure above you. When she stomps, the caverns shake and shudder. You can hear dust and rocks falling around the cavern. Arrows are whizzing by overhead. You're just sort of looking up at her. This is a nightmare.
I still have an action.
Take your action, please.
I'm gonna call upon Anilor.
Oh, going for it! Yeah, going for it! What's it called?
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Going for the divine intervention.
17% chance.
17% chance. Oh man, that would have been so epic. But unfortunately, no. Does not happen.
Okay, y'all are alive.
She heals you all and then just, please, please. You get no response other than a warm feeling. You know that Anilor hasn't abandoned you. Wayland. You're laying there broken and bloodied.
I never thought I'd have to do this. As he stands up, he reaches in to a bag at his side and takes out a stone. Squeezes it as hard as he can. Mordekainen, we need your help. Help us!
Okay, you say that, just kind of help us. I'm gonna call that your action. And you sort of kind of let your hand fall to the side. You stand back up, raise your battered and busted shield, and Tiamat takes a reaction. And Tiamat's reaction is, let's see, because Nithbis is on the ground, can I have, you know what, Coach, I'm gonna let you choose your fate. Roll me a d6, would you?
How many points are you at?
I'm good for the moment. I'm at 143.
I'll move.
248.
That would be Innes, in fact. Tiamat comes, like, the blue head sort of comes down low and almost snakes along the ground and comes snapping at you. Innes, Def gets you.
I just want you to know I'm a 21.
Let me just add that up. Okay.
Okay.
29 get you?
Second.
Ooh. Take it. Oh,
We rolled a
nice.
6.
No. 48 damage. Ennis, as she just you raise your shield, which by the way has her image engraved on it.
Yes, it
and
does.
She kind of slams into you, takes a big bite out of you. Wayland, you start to feel that stone heating up in your hand. Okay, it is now Tiamat's turn. So
Do I get an opportunity attack when she...
you absolutely do, yeah. You totally do.
No.
You've got 5 divine rolls.
Yeah.
Where's... Yeah, she's right here. Sorry, guys. Gotta use that Maddie one.
No.
Want me to-
Oh man, I'm so sorry, Coach.
I haven't rolled in double digits
So
in
ugly.
so long.
Okay, I would like for Raven to roll me a D6 and re-roll if you get a 6, because we're now including Esme in there. Oh, re-roll. One more time? Okay. Kothai. So she has advantage on you, right?
Yeah.
Her left claw just comes slicing down at you. Does get you.
Not critical.
She does not critically claw me.
Take 27 damage. She just slashes across you. Lydia, roll me a D6.
These are my friends, Steven.
Roll again.
No one's ever rolled
Y'all
more
rolling such
sixes.
good damage right now. Ooh, she turns and attacks Esme.
No, girl.
What's Esme's? Oh yeah, she definitely got it. Esme is like a 20, but I think a 2 actually still gets her a 21. I don't think Esme's higher than.
Do you want me to open her character sheet?
If you want to, we're gonna assume that got her.
It's probably not higher than
Yeah.
21.
Are you keeping?
How much was that?
Yeah, I'll keep track of Esme.
Do you want me to give you her hit points?
Nah.
Okay.
I'll ask if it gets above like 60 or something. Okay, just slashes across, and then her tail kind of looks like it's hunting for a target. Wayland, roll me a d6. Determine your fate.
Roll a 6.
Oh, it's on Nithbus, who is down, so it...
No, she's
She's
not.
just prone. I just mean she's prone.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna get you for more than 12.
Oh, yeah. Nithbus. Unfortunately, it just punches through you, digs into the stone beneath. Nithbus, I need you to make me a death save. Pick the right one. Pick the right one. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dragonstone.
Yep, fair. Ooh. Ooh, nasty.
Okay.
At the end of Nithbus' turn, Sean, roll me a d6.
1.
Okay, she turns and attacks Esme again, and she looks like she's kind of just like frantically snapping now. Like her heads are sort of going in different directions as she's clawing and her tail is going. She's looking actually like she was confident before, and now she's kind of like just trying to
feral.
yeah, feral is a great way to put it. She definitely got Esme, and this is for a bite. Oops, not d8s, d6s. How many hit points does Esme have, Lyd?
102.
Okay.
102.
She is hurting, but she's okay.
My girl.
She's taking 70 damage right now. And at the bottom of the turn, Lydia, please roll me 2d12.
Ten and 11.
Oh, nice. As arrows continue plinking into her from these elven archers, and she's like one of the heads now is kind of turning back to them, somewhat annoyed. Esme, in fact, attacks.
Get that 20, girl.
No.
Hey, let me roll for Esme.
Okay, go ahead.
She's
This
mine.
is her bonus action for War Cleric. Go ahead.
Okay. She got it. 13.
I don't think she's a plus 12, though.
I have so many character sheets open. She's a plus 9.
Yep. So she will need a 16 to hit. And at the bottom of the turn, Wayland, you're just standing there like, oh my god, please. You see a line of light appears, and another line of light like a doorway.
Dude.
And the door opens, and you see Morden kind of standing resplendent now. He's in these fine robes that are sort of ruffled at the bottom. He's holding a book. His mustache and goatee are finely trimmed. His hair is kind of slicked back, maybe in a ponytail. It's almost hard to see because there's light kind of streaming over behind him. And he's like, ho, young man! Oh, gods! By the gods! He looks up and sees T-Bot. He's like, oh, by the gods! And he starts casting a spell, and he sticks his hand out, and as he does, you see these lines, and the air looks distorted from him, and it hits her scales, and they start sort of disintegrating. As my dude casts a high-level disintegrate spell, Wayland, being the one who called him, I would like for you to please roll me 19d6.
Here, let me get you some. Don't take his.
And she failed her save.
How many you got?
I got 6.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, take 6 because that one's his.
So I'm sorry, how many were we at now?
Alright, we're at 12 now.
13,
14 now.
16.
16, 16.
17.
Give me, hold on, give me 3. And we need the whole party's input. 3? Is that 3?
3.
Alright, so we've got 10,
A lot of
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 76 damage.
And that's over 40 to that. Mordecai is just like, you get He kind of falls backwards and immediately sort of casts a spell. The disintegration damage starts hitting her, and she starts just. And at one point, her body starts to cave in a little bit, and you can see darkness behind it. Hold on the dice. You see darkness sort of under her skin, almost inside, like these rays of darkness come out, and one of the heads, looking now sickly, kind of lowers, and she goes, "This is not complete." As the avatar just and disappears into nothingness.
Kothal put his sword down.
And this is gonna run over and heal Nifus right away.
I think Wayland would limp over to Esme in tears and just collapse on top of her. Just
Wait, let me.
Switch to Esme.
I think Esme is also crying and just like falls into Wayland. And I'm sure they're just sobbing like children now.
Wayland's armor is completely shattered, like it's just hanging by buckles. Your shield is completely broken. In fact, your arm is like kind of stuck in it. You've got to pull it out. Morden kind of walks forward. He's just like, "Oh, if ever there was a time to call me, young Will, why are you crying?"
My friend, I have seen death twice in the past 10 minutes.
He's like, "Death is not the end, as you well know." Well, Esme, pleasure. What are you doing here?
Oh, same thing as Wayland.
He's like, "Well,"
I would, in fact, like wipe my tears and just hug him too.
he's kind of like,
Like I hugged him at the house in Barovia that he built. I'm hugging him now.
He's like, "Yep, good to see you. If ever there was a time. Just an avatar, so you're clear. Not that congratulations aren't due. She looked pretty rough before I showed up. But she is just an avatar. Now, I suspect Well, if I know Tiamat, and I do, in a sense, more than a sense, she's going to want revenge. Which is a bit delightful when you think about it. She's so predictable. But I suspect this is not the end. Not unless you take the fight to her, you know. Is it Belle who's her prison keeper now? I forget.
Is this addressed to all of us?
Yeah, at this point he's turned to kind of all of you. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
What do we know from when we went to hell?
We were in Avernus.
That's her home.
Yes.
What did we know?
Who's her keeper?
I don't know.
Because I wouldn't.
I feel like Nifus would be keeping tabs on her.
Okay, you probably know that she is. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You
I
guys
know.
know that she is imprisoned in Avernus by Belle, which is partially what makes it so hard for her to escape.
I am sorry, but I come from a faraway place, and I do not know who you are, but I thank you for showing up.
So, well, I don't know who you are either, big fella. He kind of looks up at you. Goliath?
Ah, yes.
He's like, ooh, interesting. A fine specimen. I am Mordenkainen. I'm a bit of a friend of Wayland's, I suppose you could say. Wayland, just so you know, you can't go calling me anytime you get into a scrape with a god. But this one time, I owe you. I owed you. They helped me in another place.
From the vampire.
They have heard a couple of stories about
I'd
our adventures.
A good tale to be sure.
probably pick myself up since I'm still on the ground. Just kind of like probably like get up, go over.
And you know who that is.
You got his
his
poster on your
spells.
wall.
Yeah. You got his poster above your beds, and you got to sleep like, good night, Morty.
I've read about you countless times. It's amazing that my pictures from my books couldn't capture your likeness quite right. And I'd pluck one of his hairs.
He's kind of like, oh, yep. Well, I like to keep things interesting, you know. Whatever strikes my fancy at the time.
I cannot thank you enough, friend.
Well, of course. Happy to help.
You said that you would want to fight us again, and we should bring the fight to her.
Well, this is the second time she's attacked. Well, we pushed her back the last time, but I guess she's back. Because she remembers.
So, Ennis is happy that Mordekainen is here, but also I think she's just like really worried about like healing like all of the archers and like checking up on Esme. Like she's like,
Yeah. You go around burning up your spells to heal. And Mordekainen's like, well, if there's nothing else, seems like you've got it all pretty well in hand. This is pretty far along.
I do have one question for you, friend.
Yes.
Did you find the recipe book I left you before?
You know, I did. I was wondering who left that. Wait, you didn't leave a note or anything, right?
Nope.
Or did you?
Just a field guide.
He's like, delightful. Yes, I've taken up cooking. It's a bit like spellcasting, you know. Ingredients from here, wing of bat from here, you know. Wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. The cleanup efforts in Barovia have been quite fine. No worries there. Children have been returned home where they could. Yes, Esmeralda's been quite a help.
Good. How's Father Lucien doing?
Father Lucien. I'm afraid I don't know him. Maybe I met him. Don't remember.
head of the church.
Valaki, head of the church.
Plain sort of fellow.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes. He's helping.
Good.
Wonderful.
He is like Tan, but less old and louder.
Tan, yes. My friend Tan. How is Tan these days?
Tan has fallen.
Oh.
We've told you.
Did you? This is Esme talking.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I've got a lot of different elves.
Stay as Ennis. Esme's chilling.
He was devoured by Tiamat, but then they went to hell in the Avernus place with a lot of other people, and then Tan apparently gave all his power and got one person back from hell, and then we went back to hell after that.
So, all right, I'll catch up at some point. The digest, maybe. Talk to the fellow, friendly fellow, big fella. as I said, I should be going. Glad I could assist. Could I see that stone, please?
I was about to ask.
He's like, okay. Just disappears. He's like, thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Pulls out a silver key. Hits it in the air.
Watch this.
It opens up into a magnificent mansion, and he's like, oh, all right then.
Does he do the thing where he pretends to go downstairs?
Door closes. Biggest Deus Ex Machina ever, but man, you did have that. You did have that stone. Y'all had her. She was hurting.
That was an incredible making a door into a house out of nowhere.
He does.
I've read about that.
It is quite useful.
I don't need houses, but I like magic.
I know you like to sleep outside, and we'll get back there.
He helped us in a tight spot in Barovia, and hopefully we repaid him. He was sequestered almost to Barovia due to some unforeseen complications with darker magics. And it struck me, as Tiamat also did, that he did give me that for, and I quote, my greatest time of need. And when you wake up looking at a five-headed dragon god, it does quite look like your greatest time of need.
I mean, player inspiration. That was a pretty damn good time to use that.
Can I know I'm Ennis now, but can Esme come up to Ennis and like kind of have a conversation with her and also give her stone from Mordekainen?
I don't think she would do that.
Really?
That's Esme's. I know you want it for Ennis, but Esme's gonna hold on to that.
I think Waylon would stop her almost.
DM prerogative. I think she's gonna be like, no, that's mine.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's fine.
I don't think Esme would give it to Ennis.
Yeah.
I can't see a reason why. I think she would show great deference to
Lydia's a looter.
Yeah, right? Lydia's like, oh, Salos is dead? Can I get that
Queen
magic
Luke.
sword, though?
Queen loot.
Yeah. No, you can't have it.
Oh, Nisbis went down, and is her staff laying next to her hand? Can I get it?
She healed her.
Yeah. She
With
healed
a
me like
kiss.
8,000 times.
Fully.
Oh yeah, all the healing has to be from kisses.
With that, the rest of the elves meet up with you. You can tell they've been fighting. Some of them are wet still, some of them are scorched. Like, they've been fighting through here. And with that, you all head to the surface. The sun is shining bright. The land is fairly devastated, both from fires and floods and like new mountains that have like rooted up in the middle of the valley. But it's peaceful. Birds singing outside.
Go on.
I would come up and say, we've rebuilt before, we can rebuild again.
It doesn't seem that there was any destruction beyond this old city underneath here. Sooner or later we may have to go back to hell.
We've seen destruction in the town before this, with the fires.
Oh yeah, Red Lodge we can rebuild in a week.
I'm sure that there are many towns that had the same fate as Red Larch.
Ampel is gone.
Will you be traveling, Kothai?
Oh yes.
Can you please keep a record of towns that were harmed during this and let me know?
I can try.
I think I might go along with Kothai. There are certain things I would like to accomplish here. I can certainly make sure a record is kept.
That's a better idea. I would forget.
Why all the speech surrounding going and leaving? I think we have a task clearly ahead of us.
I don't think it requires the four of us in a certain place right now to rebuild a town. If we spread out,
I think we have a larger task than that, Wayland.
to go to hell.
It only took Tiamat a year to come back to seek retribution. We need to go to her soon.
The last time we had to go to the guy with miracle in his name, a miracle. He's a miracle, I don't know.
A miracle.
But he was up from where I'm from, but in the spine of the world, and they had the stuff. But we had to ride on that ship, but then we beat the ship, and then Asir had to give his life and soul to get us back. I don't know how we will get there. Oh, do you know how we will get there?
Out of character, Innis actually now has a 9th level spell called Open Portal.
True. truth.
She can walk through the plains. She may not know that yet.
I do. I decided to take mass heal instead.
Yeah.
Still, until you have the information, there are things that we should be doing. I need to rebuild Skyreach, and there are things that I need to find in the meantime. Plus, you can find me like you always do in my dreams.
I would like to do some more study. Perhaps study some new spells, talk to Annalore. Before we face Tiamat again, I don't feel like I have the right tools this time. But again, I didn't know we would meet her.
If you say we go, I will go at that instant.
Absolutely.
In the meantime,
There
it
might
is
not be a
prevalent
meantime.
of generals to make sure if they know they're going into a battle to prepare. I am not prepared. My armor is rendered useless. My arm is tired,
That is true.
and I have no mount.
I do not think we should be taking an army to Avernus, though. It should just be us.
I don't think we'd even be capable of that.
Quick retcon. Would you have brought back Shimmerman?
I wasn't even
I
talking
absolutely
about
still
Shimmerman.
can. I left a spell slot for it.
I think, again, Wayland would almost say no, so that she could join her former master. I think Wayland connects with her enough to know that that's kind of what she wanted,
I can dig that.
rather than bringing her back again just to pine away at Roderick's death.
My question was, I would have brought Henrik's body if it was still a body.
Available to.
Henrik's body was pretty shattered.
Okay, I wasn't.
But yes, you
fully
could bring it.
Sure.
If you try to resurrect it, it does not work.
No, I got you. I think he would just bring it out of.
So I'll let you guys decide. Shimmerman, yeah or nah. She can come back. Okay.
We'll work that out another time.
Her mission is done.
Her mission is done.
There's
We need to at least write a letter to Broderick's family, the body we left out front.
we need to bring that to them. I will do that. At the very least. Would you like to come with me, Kothai?
I will come there and speak. If we find Mithras in Waterdeep, he knows Broderick.
Mithras. I've not seen him in a long time.
Esme speaks up as she's kind of like running a whetstone on her sword. She says, "If I may speak on behalf of my friend Wayland, he is not from here and has no home. He is noble-born, and I know there are keeps all across the Sword Coast that now stand empty. If there are people who would rally to his banner, I think you could look at someone who could be a lord in his own right."
Oh yes, I've passed by a number of them that are empty. They also seem like they are mostly intact. Sometimes there's bandits in them, but usually when there's bandits, I clear it.
I would love to find one amongst the hills and the cliffs where I can see the sky and the fields at the same time, Kothai. Do you know of any?
Well, yes, there's a lot. That description fits a lot of places in the valley and elsewhere, so yes, there are, I mean, I don't even know how to count how many, but yes.
Will you help me find one that suits my liking? That I can have a community grow, a safe place for people, even refugees from this terrible flooding and burning,
Like Golden Leaf.
like Golden Leaf.
Wayland, when you find a keep, will you let me know? Will you write me and I can build a temple?
Of course.
Wait, are you Esme or Ennis?
Ennis.
Oh,
I'm Esme.
Yeah.
okay.
Hudson, sir. He's Hicks.
With that, while you're talking, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Of course, I plan to allow worship of all faiths.
I will take in some acolytes and give them some healing spells. Teach them the ways. They can keep your land safe.
I've come to see gods as beings who operate on a higher plane than we can fathom. I have seen them.
That is the classic definition.
I have seen them fail, and I've also seen the people who worship them fail.
I don't think you've seen them fail, Wayland.
Nevertheless, I have also seen they do bring more harm than good, and they bring much more hope than not. And that is what these people need right now, is hope. So
Wayland,
all
I don't
faiths-
agree what you've said, and that is why you need a temple in your town.
We will have an all faiths temple, and we will have anyone who wishes to build a temple, they build.
And I hope that you will come to them.
I will visit many.
While they're talking, I would walk up to Waylon as he's like talking to Ennis and they're having like this heated conversation.
Cut his finger off.
No, but I am going to take out a tiny pair of scissors and cut a bit of hair and put it in a little vial.
And you just kind of like, what? Puts it in a vial.
Pay no mind.
I'll be in touch. 6 months.
Sure.
I give us all 6 months. I'll be in touch with all of you.
See. Enough time to accomplish what we need.
I will call upon you if I need you. Finding the crystals, the same things that the cult used. I need one for Skyreach. The second one.
Where do you find those?
I have a few bits that the Great Bear Spirit has told me.
Esme says, well, I'll finally be returning home to my sisters. Please, should you need me, you'll know how to find me.
Esme. And then I'll take her hands and just like...
Esme, give me your stuff.
No. Shut up! I'm trying to do a thing.
Sorry.
Never mind. I don't want to do
No, do the thing. Do the thing. Come on. That was a good joke.
So I would want to just like take her hands and like put my forehead to her forehead and just like silently like whisper like an elven prayer. That is just like a good wish and like a safe travels home. Like, may you be guided along your path.
Love it. And she clearly has much deference to you, like, you know, as you do it, she's nodding, and it's a very matronly role you take with her, like, about the same age, I guess, or maybe you're even younger, but she clearly respects, you know, what you say, and she kind of nods and looks at you a little longer, like, nods again, turns to leave.
I think Waylon would give her a hug and say, friend, you are welcome anywhere I am at any time. I miss you very dearly.
She says, I will visit. I will. Write me and let me know.
Please, stay safe. You are my greatest friend.
She smiles and hugs you again and looks at the two of you and she's like, thank you all again.
Thank you, Strong Elf.
It was an honor to meet you.
She smiles.
Waylon has spoken of you a lot.
Like a lot. Like that's almost all he talks about.
She kind of thinks about it for a second and smiles warmly and turns and leaves.
That is all you talk about.
Nispis is going to give like a loving look to her friends as she's still standing near Waylon, like her hand on his shoulder maybe. Friends. I'm leaving. I'm just kidding. Thank you for reviving me, Esme. Waylon, you fought bravely. Kothai, you always fight bravely. I don't think we'll have the luxury of a year next time. And I'd like to like thaumaturgy my voice so it's like whispers, kind of just like, and it's like, nice. Tiamat will find us. And then I'm going to walk away.
Sweet. She says that and just, like, she turns into a cloud and then disappears, which is something you all are, of course, familiar with.
Sure.
I think she does that sometimes.
I know that was a spell to make us listen to what she was saying, but she is right. Kothai, we don't have long.
I'm ready whenever. My only point was we have no way to get to hell again right now.
I do.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I do. But I think we need to be stronger. We have been traveling for this a while, and I think that we need to rest, and I think we need to study.
There's much I need to learn. I agree.
Kothai, I could read you books about dragons. I could read you books about hell.
I think I understand about dragons now. Hell, I get. Suppose I want Skyreach to be back in the event that I do not return.
That's an excellent idea. Where do we find a crystal for Skyreach?
I have to speak to Delon again, and Leosin. I met with them both. They are looking into it.
I'll pray to Annalore and see if there is something Skyreach could do for us. If we find Tiamat again.
If she comes back again, Skyreach and Oldveld, decimated as they are, would not hesitate to crash back into her again.
I know that. But I would only want that if she were a grave threat to all of man again. If we're just going to find her in hell, I don't want to risk innocent lives, risk Skyreach again.
I'm not sure if Skyreach could even fit into hell. Depending on how big
I would laugh.
it is.
And that's why just warmly,
We're
like,
building it bigger this time, and the dwarves have been healthy.
Well, Kothai, I will formally invite you to return Broderick's body, and I will help you look for these crystals. If you help me, look for a griffin egg.
Oh, I could get you a griffin egg. Absolutely.
Nice.
That can be done. I know of a few. I've spoken to a few.
Well, if you can help me, then I will lend my spear to you, my friend.
That sounds good to me.
And then, when our friends call, we will be ready.
I like it. Before we go, I think you have earned a name. I hope I have the authority to give it to you. Queen Tora should not have an issue. But your name will be Svalfar, or Svalfari. Sometimes it means unlucky traveler, but it also means the rider that goes into the slippery, the rider that goes into danger. It's a myth from the Allfather that the giants tell. I always liked it because I liked horses. But I think that will be your name, if you are agreeable to it. Either way, it's what I'm going to call you.
My friend, I have no words. I have been here all of 3 days hoping for acceptance and looking for a home, and I have... My heart breaks with happiness. I
you're crying.
cannot say it enough. Thank you.
Oh, no thank you necessary. You are family and clan now, part of the giant tribe. Which, as I've explained, is quite interesting. You sit now higher than many other giants. They might try to kill you for it, because they're stupid. But you are my family now.
And as Kothai explains the ordning to Wayland, our camera will pull back. I think in the epilogue, Broderick's body is returned to Waterdeep. His family does not grieve per his wishes, per his will. Of course, his children and his grandchildren are well cared for with his considerable wealth. His daughter continues to make huge investments into the well-being, becomes very philanthropic. I think young Wayland finds a keep. He and Kothai clean it out together. Get a couple of refugees who start moving in, a couple of people who are skilled in the arts, a blacksmith moves in, eventually a Fletcher, and slowly a small community starts to grow around your keep. Kothai travels north again to continue the work on Skyreach, to check on its progress and continue to keep his ear to the ground for anything that could power the flying magic castle. Innes returns to Waterdeep, but now has a new mission. Do you think she stays on as the High Matron, or is she going to take a leave of absence to study and be ready?
She will do both. She will stay on as High Matron in enough time to go and set up a temple in Wayland's new keep.
Mm-hmm. With considerable resources that get thrown your way.
Absolutely. I mean,
So I've spared no expense, so this is gonna need to be probably in the front.
yeah. And also, like, I would like to get to know Wayland better. And I would like to... I would like to educate him, like, about, like, the Pantheon and Annalore, and, like, I understand that he's not from this plane, and so these things didn't exist to him, but I want to give him, like, a full history.
And you have many spirited debates about gods and their religions. And
I'm not trying to change his mind.
I think, albeit jaded towards gods in general after the fall of Caecilius, Wayland having seen them work through other vessels, is very open to the powers of the gods and very open to what they do and what they care for, especially through an educated mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to change his mind or like need him to like pledge patronage to Annalore or anything. I want him to be like, I want to tell him like, this is the history of it. This is why we believe. This is,
Got it.
you know.
You act as a pretty major advisor to him and pull some strings to get some money thrown his way. And I think you build a keep that's fairly near to Golden Leaf and, has some outlying farms and things, whereas Golden Leaf is more of a place for adventures. Your is really kind of rebuilding a small little fiefdom, certainly not a kingdom.
I would use my my connections to let people know, like, if you're traveling and you're wounded, you can stop by here. There's a Temple of Annalore here, and they can take care of you.
You'll have to think of the name of your keep. And Nithbis, I think, returns to her studies more feverish than ever.
100%. Like, you probably hear from her less than you have ever, because she's kind of shook. She did not anticipate that, and Tiamat has stolen all of her favorite people from her life and almost took her down this time.
So whereas everyone else is kind of doing their own thing, day after day, Nithbis is just pacing stacks of books, studying stuff, slamming them shut.
I imagine she contacts you all via dream, like, every now and then, and will not, like, ignores all, like, almost human, normal conversations. Just like, if we were to do this, I just read this, and it's, do you have an ability to blah blah,
She's singular.
And then it's just, like, cuts out, and you're just like, what?
She's singular in her focus, and as we close, it is only Kothai who begins to hear the rumors, the rumblings of a charismatic leader, a dragonborn, somewhere in the spine of the world, calling refugees, disenfranchised cultists, any who would serve under his banner. Thank you all for joining us. This was our conclusion of Princes of the Apocalypse, where we left nothing spoiled. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that.
I loved it.
Dude, good.
Mordenkainen? Oh my god.
That was pretty tight.
Mordenkainen.
I quickly looked up what a 9th level Disintegrate did. 19d6 plus 40. I just for those of you who might have felt a little cheated with the Deus Ex Machina, you guys, I think, had her. I think you had her avatar. She had 200 hit points left, but
I think if we had her, I think we would have lost one, maybe two people.
I don't think so.
I mean, I was averaging about 60 damage a turn.
Yeah.
I had enough spells left to keep people alive per round.
And Esme had her spells too. I think you guys were gonna make it. Yeah.
Had I been healed, I was about to heal Kothai for 70.
Yeah.
Which would have gone
Fun
out in
fact.
1, 5.
Oh yeah,
Beat
that's
the
right. I
record.
still had heal left too.
I want to hear how much.
Yeah, how much?
I took
I took.
717 damage during that fight.
Jesus.
That's a whole lot of damage. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this, thank you. We will eventually revisit these high-level characters, but they are for right now going to go back on the shelf. We will come back to them, I promise.
We love them.
I've got other things in
Oh, wait,
mind.
where's my
for them.
new Nithbis?
That is your new Nithbis.
That is it.
Oh yeah, that is my new Nithbis.
Now, that being said, next Sunday, we're going to start, without having seen the book, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We've got brand new characters. They're going to be a blast. Now, I think next Sunday might be sort of a half session 0, though we're going to plan a lot ahead of time. I don't think it's interesting to watch character creation on stream. Maybe you guys do. But we'll kind of start. We'll at least get everyone together, get to do some role-playing, and you can get to know the new characters.
Do a little role playing.
Yeah, a little role-play, maybe a little mini-adventure. I have nothing planned at
Little
this point, but I have some
venturing.
ideas starting to
Do a little
flow.
mini adventure.
Yeah, a little
I
mini-adventure.
think a little something.
Yeah, so Wayland, you may take level 15. Everyone else may stay level 17.
Cool.
Even defeating Tiamat doesn't quite get you over the hump, but you're close.
Man, level 20 and my divine intervention works every time.
I was really hoping
I
it would've worked.
was hoping for it too.
That would have been so good.
It hit once though. I can't
Yeah.
expect
That's more than
divine.
most people
Yeah.
have ever seen.
Alright, closing thoughts here. You guys dug fighting Tiamat again? I'm so
Yeah.
glad.
I mean, I was really angry at you the whole time.
I was so surprised. I had no idea you were planning that.
Good. Well, I felt let me just say I felt very dignified, or not dignified, I felt justified when Raven was like, sorry, who are these bad guys again? Prince's, and I'll talk a little about this in our chat afterwards, but Prince's, we came in late, and the ending is kind of all dungeon payoffs, and I was like, that just isn't going to resonate with this group, because we didn't get there.
It was tough for me even in the beginning knowing how it was supposed to go. I
Right.
kind of got in and thought it was one thing, and then, I'd love to see it done by somebody else. I'd love to, frankly, probably...
Not the best adventure. Not for us.
No.
I think for people who really want more dungeons and stuff, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. The dungeons are awesome.
The dungeons
looking
are-
ahead and planning,
yeah.
there's some really cool adventures. I think for this group, it's a miss.
Yeah.
And I think you did a great job of making it, and I see what you added to make it pretty awesome. But anyways, we'll talk about this more in our Discord afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you all again for joining us. Everybody have a good night. We hope to see you Sunday
Great
for the
And
start.
Tuesday.
And Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and soon Saturdays. Bye, everybody.
What are we rating?
Oh, yeah,
Let's
we got a
rate
raid.
Dungeon
Oh, we got a
and
raid.
Dragon.
We rated
Dungeon
them
and
last time.
Dargan.
We do raid them, but I don't see anyone else on. Anyone smaller?
If anyone
No
knows
one's smaller,
someone
there's
who
one
makes
that's
necklaces
less
out of stones,
small.
it's
Forge
Whale
Breaker.
Oh, let's raid Jordy
Let's
LaForge.
forge it.
Breaker.
Jordy LaForge Breaker.
Lordy LaForge.
Breaker.
Lordy LaForge.
Lordy La George Breaker.
Cause I don't want the world to see me.
We were not on the same page.
Yeah, that was awful.
20d6 acid damage. I've got roll death saves again.
Just
Failed my deck save.
Ask me to hold my hand.
Fuck, dude, that was awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god.